Welcome back to the Aurea Media Crisis, where a bunch of obscenely introverted human beings sit around and play tabletop role-playing games. Today, we are continuing our Age of Worms campaign, and we are joined by...
Brian, who plays Envy.
Yep.
Jesse, who plays Phaleth.
Angela, who plays Cinder.
Ben, who plays Connor.
And we would normally be joined by Kobe, who plays Kobin, but he is out today, so I will be taking over every aspect of his essence. All right.
For sure.
So previously,
Those little ice chunks in it.
you had been hired by one Alistan, a diviner wizard from the small town of Diamond Lake, to investigate and procure any information or items from a cairn called, or known as the Whispering Cairn. You are technically led by an individual whose name is Connor. You've been tasked with this, and you've pieced together this little band, which includes the adventures that you just heard. Anywho's it?
Do we want to start putting in our races and
Oh, you can.
classes and stuff when we introduce ourselves?
You can if you want.
But this is the 4th episode. They should know my name.
Well, you're assuming that they're not just jumping in.
I mean, we're assuming that people are watching this, so.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of
there's a lot of
assumptions going on.
Yeah.
I feel like if they really want to know, they'll let us know.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you know where to send them.
Hopefully you do. Hopefully we disabled the comment, or re-enabled the comments.
I think they're set for approval, so, yeah. Anyway, so you guys were tasked with exploring the Whispering Cairn. So the 5 of you banded together with the promise of 200 gold pieces apiece.
5.
It was 200. And Cinder
Or
having...
50 questions.
50 or 20 questions. Cinder having rejected her gold outright and said, I will instead take 20 questions answered by this diviner wizard. Anyway,
Probably come up with those questions.
you set off into the northwest part of the Cairn Hills away from Diamond Lake, and you found the Whispering Cairn. As you began to explore these old ruins, you realize that they are, as kind of previously suspected, related to the ancient people of the Veati, which are older than time. There's not really any written accounts of the Veati. And
Found written accounts.
found written accounts, correct. Thank you. So yes, traveling through this complex, you went down a series of elevators and found some glowing lanterns. You can watch previous episodes to figure out what the heck happened. But eventually you solved the rotating sarcophagus puzzle, made your way into the long hallway, which at the end had a large screaming stone mouth, which was trapped, which you bypassed by lighting lanterns. And after traversing a very precarious-looking wooden bridge, sort of, like debris tied together, you met the spirit of a young man who had died some years ago in the Whispering Cairn itself. And he had claimed that you could not get past the last door without his aid. And so you...
Alistair.
Yes. His name was Alistair. Alistair Land.
Alistair. Yep.
Land. Yep. And you had promised to... He said that he would open the door for you from the other side if you took his bones, or his remains, rather, to his family farm to bury them and put him to peace. You agreed to do that. You were persuasive enough to agree to to make him open the door before you went, which is pretty impressive. And so you did. Beyond, you saw, and I will bring us to the map now.
Pretty impressive considering I didn't really roll. I don't have any bonuses in persuasion.
I've sucked at it. I tried.
I was sincere.
I was sincere.
I was more sincere. I'm just more trustworthy, sorry.
After the large double iron doors have opened, you come into a massive circular chamber, which, I'll refresh your memory, was at one point complete with 4 walkways with a middle center, where a middle kind of center would meet, and a massive column of air kind of gushes forth from this middle section. 2 of the walkways, however, have since crumbled to time. You noticed a glimmering kind of suit of armor that was laying not very many feet from you. It looks like it had just been laying there. And as soon as you entered this chamber, the armor began to animate, and springing forth from that was some form of elemental being that embodied this armor. And just for a visual kind of recap, there are 4 murals on this wall, and so each of the murals, they don't look like much to you. They look like really complicated geometric patterns. But as soon as you step in and these suits of armor begin to animate, steam from like little tiny steam pipes that are jutted against the wall all the way around this whole chamber begins to slowly kind of pump out, almost like smoke. And as it kind of flits through these bas-reliefs, these carved geometric patterns, it actually seems to form animated scenes of various things. You'll have to wait until the steam kind of gets to, fills the bas-reliefs to see the whole scene. But that is happening. And also, there's a faint light that is emitted from all around. There's no source, but the area is well lit. It's kind of disconcerting, but yeah, you gave Envy, you gave Coben your vision, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember how long that lasted? I know it lasted an hour, but do you remember how long ago that was?
How long ago? No.
Okay. So if you get
It was
that,
when we got to the edge of the bridge, and that creature came jumping up.
right?
So it was right as we got to the edge of the bridge, and he was looking down, and he gave him his vision so he could see the bottom.
Okay, so it was like 10 minutes ago. Okay, cool. So Coben and Envy are the only 2 really that can... No, you all can.
It's more than 60 feet?
No. With the light that's emanating from the walls, you look down into a very, almost completely black abyss. You can guess it's about a 60-foot drop into just nothing. There's actually nothing down there at all. No rubble. Well, I mean, there's the rubble from the falling catwalks and stuff, but there's no bones. Doesn't look like anybody's made it this far. Ever. So, with that, if there's not anything else, I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh, I should probably have brought up my character sheet.
No, initiative.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Snow flurries.
I have a thing
Nice.
that is not quite working. I have to put a duplicate of there we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Roll for you. Of course. Now you're not working for me. That's fine. It's fine.
It's all fine.
Now, I would just like to change the initiatives here. That'd be great. That'd be great.
No.
Can I just do that? Can I do that?
They all go
It's
first.
not letting me. Okay. That's cool. Alright. And I don't know how to do it the other way. What are you? One moment. How do I do this? Oh,
I
there
don't
it is.
know with your initiative tracker mod.
That's the problem. Is I would like to change. One moment.
Because I know before it was you would go into the settings of the creature and the encounter list.
Yeah, I did it with Let me get rid of this. Having technical difficulties. Gosh darn it. Okay, let's try this again. Go away. Thank you. Okay, do that. Yeah. You can go up here because you're in my way now. Okay, thanks. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm rearranging some of my UI because they're getting in the way of each other. And it looks like I need to, okay. I should be able to set,
Didn't have a blanket.
okay. Well, I will have to fix this because I can't set their initiative.
Hey, Jesse!
I don't think that heater's on. It can be turned on.
It's not on.
Oh, it can be turned on.
Since you're up, can you grab my food from the door? She might be in the bathroom.
Small token, okay.
Which heater?
Oh.
Yeah. Did you hear them knock?
Well, I was heading out to compute the
Oh.
and the knock came.
Oh, okay. I was like, how did you hear it?
It was just really good timing.
I will change a couple of settings so I can actually adjust the. There we go. Okay. Now, Cinder, what'd you get?
21.
Is it recording?
Yep. What did? Oh,
Jesse got a natural 20. I don't know where her modifier is, though.
Okay. Connor, what'd you get?
Let
Envy, what did you get?
I got a 16.
They didn't give me a 4.
I got 6.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you get me a 4?
I have a clean one. Nope, that's not clean.
It's too cold to move. I can't move.
Natural 20, and she has probably a +4 on the Twitter.
I have to use this to warm up my feet. My feet are like icicles. I'll use my food to warm up my feet.
I'm just gonna assume that she goes first, so she has a natural 20. So, all right. Well, I am going to actually. We're gonna back up a little bit, and we'll be right back.
I love how when I asked for.
Okay, we are back. I fixed my technical difficulties, and so we've got our initiative from everybody, and it looks like Valith is the first to act. So these suits of armor. Do you want a refresher on what they look like?
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
I'll take a refresher.
Okay, I can show you.
Is it going to cause another issue?
Nope.
Okay.
Should it cost me?
They look like that. So they are wielding 2 long blades. This style of armor
I wear a
is
shield for a
considered
codpiece.
old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Not just old-fashioned; it's considered ancient.
Archaic.
Yeah, exactly. So this is not a style you would see. The glyphs and the markings on the armor are something that is clearly Orin or air elemental, which Cinder would know immediately. And so yeah, that's what's kind of come to life before you. You do see it mildly like hovering in its space as it clearly flies.
Do they appear aggressive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's drawn 2 blades and it is beginning to rush toward you. So,
Okay, well then,
I don't remember what stance I'm in.
I'm gonna attack it.
okay.
Um,
So what are you gonna? Yeah, go ahead.
let's see.
I'd be in stance of air because we were walking over that thing.
Okay, you're in the stance fair.
Yeah, and I wanted it in case I had to jump.
Okay.
I am gonna move forward with my rapier and dagger drawn.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack with my rapier first.
You feel a formidable gust around this creature. There's some sort of obviously wind element but you feel that like as if like a windstorm is like hitting you. It's not stopping you, but
Okay. Hang on, let me make sure because it's been a minute. I would assassinate. I have advantage. Okay. Because he hasn't taken an action.
he is not.
Turn in combat yet. Okay. That's a 18 plus 5.
That hits.
Yeah, excellent.
Your maneuver causes damage.
Perfect. And we're going to have sneak attack.
Okay.
So I have the advantage. And
Advantage.
any hit you score against a creature that is surprised, he's not surprised. Okay. Right. Not surprised.
This is no, he's not.
D8.
Your rapier is made out of like a standard steel.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not magical.
No.
Okay.
Please don't break my shit.
Yeah, break it.
My attack is magical, yeah, either.
Let's see. So that is plus 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 14 points of damage.
Wow.
And then with my offhand, I'm going to attempt to hit again. Do I still have advantage on the second attack? If I had advantage on the first attack?
Yeah, you have advantage over
entire turn.
over anybody who hasn't acted, right? Yeah.
Natural 20 with a dagger.
Damn.
Heyo!
Yo, I'll take
And
it.
just to remind you, you have inspiration, so does Cinder, and so does Envy. So
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. It's a D4.
Oh yeah, it doesn't show up on the app.
So that's 4 plus 3, so 7
okay, 7
for
more.
my critical hit.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
But it's whatever. Like it's my
Dagger.
offhand. That's
It's,
pretty damn good for the offhand.
yeah. So it seems at first that
almost max for your offhand.
you're not sure where
Yeah,
you would even
almost.
stab this thing,
Yeah, only one try.
and because it has no real corporeal body, as your blade, your rapier kind of stabs through this empty space and nicks part of the armor. It's not doing nearly as much damage as you would if it was like iron or steel plate. There's something either magical or it's resistant to something.
Cool.
Yeah.
In that case,
You also notice that as you're attacking, you feel that gust of wind. And you also notice that none of its parts, like the chest piece and the halberds and stuff, none of them are actually physically connected. And as you're attacking it, they seem to shift and slightly move out of the way of your attacks. So they seem to be fairly difficult to hit. Okay, and then what now? For the rest of your turn, you moved 5 feet.
I moved 5 feet. I took my action and my bonus action to attack.
You still have 25 feet of movement.
I am going to use it to move down 10, 15 feet.
It's right there.
10 feet, yeah. That's probably good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. Cinder, it is your turn.
I'm going to move up 5, so I'm going to close in on it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to hit it.
Okay. Punch it.
I'll hit it with my quarterstaff.
Okay.
21 for the first hit,
Nice.
Oh, that hits.
which is 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action to hit it again.
Okay.
And no. 8.
That does not hit.
Nope.
You feel your elemental connection of air
Mm-hmm.
rebutted, almost like air hitting air, like two air cannons kind of canceling each other out.
Mm-hmm.
You can make an insight check.
Insight.
Wrong one. 8.
Okay.
Air hitting air.
Yeah. Was that the end of your turn?
That's the end of turn.
That's right.
No, that's me right there. That's me.
So, Coben is going to
I set it up for you.
look at the ground and the rubble, and he's going to step here. This is not considered flanking still,
Mm-hmm.
but he is going to make an attack.
Fuck him up.
Oh yeah. So he pulls out his double scimitar, and he hits once with it. He's gonna use a bonus action to strike with the other hand. He's gonna hit again. Yeah, so 2 solid strikes on this suit of armor, and it looks like it's barely being dented.
Magic.
Magic.
Oh, look, he's all the way at the very end.
And then he. I'm gonna roll something real fast.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay.
I'm magic.
Alright.
I-
Envy, it is your turn.
You're like divine magic. I know what you're
Let's see. I'm going to cast a spell.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Sound.
how original. It is going to affect Bailiff, Cinder, and Tommy
we all die.
Coben. Wait.
Who and a what?
He casts Death Cloud.
Yeah.
Smells
Take
like
y'all
ashes.
out.
Stinking cloud.
For
Smells like beet farts.
Gross.
No, it's going to affect Bailiff, Cinder, and myself.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Bless.
Okay.
So,
Bless.
make an attack roll or a saving throw. You guys can roll a d4.
Did you say Bailiff as well? Okay.
I feel blessed.
So 3 of us.
Okay.
Hashtag blessed.
Alright. So you cast Blast, that's a concentration, right? It is.
Yep.
Alright. I didn't realize that the little floaty text happened. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
That's new.
I
Anyway,
didn't even see it.
And
I
here,
felt it.
I'll show you. You're no longer concentrating. Oh my god, I know you're concentrating.
Ooh, wow.
Ah, ooh, ee, ooh, ah.
cool. And I'm actually going to stay with him.
I was only partially watching. You want to do it again?
If you want.
No.
Okay, then that's the end of your turn. Okay. It is their turn.
No, I don't get turns.
Fine. If they don't get turned, you don't get to roll natural 20s.
So here is
Well, that's no
one
problem for me.
movement,
Oh, look, they can fly.
and then a double movement. We'll get right here, actually.
I keep forgetting that these aren't walls.
why me?
Those are not walls. That is a pit
No,
down.
you can see across everything, and I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. And that is the end of his turn. The one that you have been so viciously attacking.
Viciously tickling.
Yeah. He's actually going to back up.
Of course he is. Do I
Throughout
get an
here.
attack opportunity?
You all three do.
Yay!
Who?
That would be Cinder, Valeth, and Coben, and he's going to take it. He's going to fail. He's going to miss. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's a 19. Plus spec, so 24.
Bless doesn't count against attacks, does it?
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, attacks and saving throws.
It sure does.
Ooh, but add my.
10.
Oh no.
10.
10. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
That's 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. And no, the 10 does not hit.
I'm gonna have to change places with Brian. I think she's sucking up all the good rolls over there.
Whoa.
It's not usually how that goes. I'll take it.
Can I not move it
I
once
only
it's
got my
created?
3, but I get to add my. So 6.
So how much total?
6 total.
That's cute.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Alright. So it stoically takes your pitiful little
Yeah.
rapier a slice, and it backs up, and it hovers there, and it whips out its swords, and it clangs them together, and a line of thunderous sonic energy kind of ripples out. I need you three, Connor, Valeth, and Cinder, to make Constitution saving throws.
Why did I?
He said make a roll.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh
Whoa.
no.
Calm
16.
Remember, you could add a d4 if you need it.
Oh, wait. 16
16.
plus 17.
Con save, you said?
Yep. That
Wait,
is
I
a success.
can change my condition to bless.
10.
Okay, that is a fail.
18.
That is a success. So, Valeth, you take 4 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And are pushed 10 feet, so you kind of slam into Connor. And you two take 2 points of thunder damage and are not pushed.
I'm like,
Like, whoa.
Alright. That is that one.
I just picture Bailiff like backpedaling.
Alright, he's
Windmill.
going to. This is a move. One move. And he is going to hold his action.
I see now.
Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah, I can make them say that they're flying. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, they're flying.
oh,
Wow.
you're doing it, Peter.
Shut up. Alright. And Zanzarast is going to move here and hold his action. It's gonna be a thing that I can. I'm gonna put a little targeted symbol just to remind me that they're holding their action. Alright. Starlight. Is Starlight doing anything special for his turn?
No, it's hiding.
Okay. Is he gonna go invisible hide or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boo.
Oh my god, invisible. Oh my god, invisible. Alright, Connor, it is your turn.
Kill them all.
I'm going to shoot a firebolt. The one closest to me.
Okay. Roll that d20, beautiful bean footage. Whoa.
Uh, 13.
To hit?
Yeah.
No, the firebolt does strike the creature, but it kind of rolls over and gets consumed by the airy aura around him. All right, so that was your action. Would you like to do anything else?
You chew.
No. Oh. Yeah. Never mind.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Valeth, it is your turn.
Well, I mean, I am trying to think. Oh, I don't have anything, guys, outside of what I have already done. So it is what it is.
Too much vape.
Yeah, you don't know how often I sit there in my chair making stupid vape
I'm
faces.
so excited. I bought a vape pipe.
Ooh.
I'm just waiting for it to come.
Cool.
I'm gonna move up behind the one next to Connor.
So right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And attack.
Okay.
Whiplash. That's a 7 to hit.
I bring up blast.
That was with bless.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't hit.
Yeah. So offhand, that's Oh, I guess it would have been a 12 to hit, but I still think that would miss.
No, yeah. That doesn't
Yeah,
hit.
so this is a 17, 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. For 2 points of damage.
Reduced to 1.
Yep.
I'm gonna be here forever.
I didn't say it was
I'm
good.
gonna die.
I already told you. I don't have a lot of. Don't judge me. No. Okay. So then, what is the thing in the middle?
The thing in the middle is a slightly raised, carved glyph-like apparatus that has a column of air, like shooting up from it, almost tornado-like. But there is, yeah, it's shooting up about 30 feet.
I look at Cinder
I give you a knowing nod.
and I kind of, we telepathically, I think we have the same thought.
Yeah.
And if we don't, there's no way of knowing. So I'm just assuming that she
Yeah.
knows what I'm thinking. And I am going to run the rest of my movements around towards the connected path.
Okay, so here's 30,
Okay.
and then you're gonna take a bonus because you can either disengage or take a dash.
I am going to dash.
Okay, he's gonna swipe out at you, and that is going to be a 17 to hit.
But he uses his reaction.
He does.
Well, and that, yeah, okay, so, with that in mind, I didn't mean to roll that. As a reaction,
Oh.
Ooh,
Whoa.
reactions.
Oh my god.
I am going to roll an attack with my rapier.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Counterattack.
Oh my.
Alright, post strike.
I got a 16.
That's
No. If the result of this roll equals or exceeds their attack roll, their attack misses.
I got a 17.
Well, wait.
But
I
you're
have
blessed.
bless.
Yeah.
Plus 3.
Nice.
So that's a 16, 19.
So you just whack it out of the
counter
way.
it.
So he misses.
Okay.
And I've used my reaction.
Alright, so
Damn.
there's 30.
Very cool.
I picture you like whip around with your two daggers and you're like BAM! And you just keep running.
Yeah, that's actually what it's called. It's called lock blades.
It's called BAM.
Mm-hmm.
Where
called
you
bam.
use your reaction to block.
With both your that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you can get here.
Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, it's literally everything.
Very nice. You see all 4 of their heads turn to you as you start to make your way toward the center.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Cinder, it's your turn.
So I am going to move up to that one directly in front of me.
Like this
To the
one?
north.
No.
Uh-huh.
No. Going to be right above me.
Okay.
So what is the distance between me and the platform from there?
Oh
Is
shit.
it 25?
Let's see. Let's measure because it is dark.
Yeah, I
Oh
can't
my
see this
gosh,
one.
measuring tool.
I think it's either 25 or 30, but
You can get 20.
I just
It's
need to know what the
25.
distance is.
Yeah, 25.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack that one in front of me.
Okay.
for 23.
It's
Okay. I deal him 7 non-magical damage.
okay.
And then so what Cinder does is she runs up and she leaps and she kicks him in the face.
Okay.
And she uses the momentum to then use her flying leap.
Yes.
And I'm going to leap across that chasm 30 feet
Hey.
and land on that edge and then use the rest of my movement to step up to that thing.
Okay. As soon as you step on this thing, you are immediately gusted up into the air and lifted.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll just drag you then.
Oh. Ah! I'm in a different room.
Yep. You are jutted up through a hole and you land safely up to the top of this edge. And inside,
Exactly.
you see, opposite from where you come in, there is a small set of 3 short stairs, and upon which rests a white marble sarcophagus, identical to the one in the room with the colored lanterns far below, complete with a sculpted humanoid figure carved into the lid. A beautifully carved bas-relief on the wall near the sarcophagus depicts the same figure as a bald, androgynous warrior wearing a simple ancient garment and wielding a mighty longsword. To the warrior's left stands a cloaked demonic figure with 2 long curved horns tipped in the darkest red.
Oh my god.
The
Like-
horn, it's part of the bas-relief.
Okay, I was like an actual demon standing
No.
there?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
Fuck.
The horn figure holds a device composed of what looks like a loop or a handle set to like some sort of screaming looking face, not the same as the door. And the figure the horn figure uses it to control some sort of orb or globe, about 2 feet in diameter. This is also the carving. The globe touches the bald warrior, who raises his arms in surprise. The warrior is depicted as if fading from sight. A slim diadem upon his brow bears an elaborate kind of circlet with it's painted with like a red gem. Yeah, and that's what you see.
Do I see any way of deactivating, like, is there any, because you said there was like a glyph or something, do I see anything that would make me think I could deactivate the warriors, basically?
You can make an investigation check.
Also, is the bas-relief, does it look like the same person as the other sarcophagus, or does this look like the other person?
So yeah, there were 2. The one that you can kind of swivel around with the red lanterns, this is the same person. The other one that you saw is a different person.
Okay, so this is a Kosiel.
Yeah.
Okay. You said investigation.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Okay. You don't see anything that would stop them or deactivate them.
And then I guess just as my remaining turn, she would call out in Primordial, down into like this wind tunnel, I guess. And she would just, thinking of the stone statue before, stand down in the name of Master Kosiel.
Okay.
That's it.
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation, your choice.
Exactly the same. And blessed does not count on skills, right? 14.
14?
That's what I do.
The remaining 4 of you see all of the warriors turn their head up into the central area. It's a domed area, and you saw Cinder basically just jutted like a bank tube up into the ceiling and disappear. And now you notice a hole in which she disappeared into. And they all look, and then they focus their attention back to you four. As if
A 14.
It was worth a shot. Okay, that's my turn.
Coben, realizing that his blades are not going to be as effective, he is going to cast. He's going to cast Frostbite. Let's see. Range. What's the range?
Should have the issue if I can't get back down.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Con save. Okay, he's going to take. He's going to cast
I don't think we
Frostbite
have the same plan.
on the floating
My plan was to
one.
try to deactivate it,
Yeah.
but as soon as I touched it, I went flying up.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
That failed. Excellent. So,
Now you know not to step on it.
Coben, speaking in, it's Elvish, or Elvonin, but it is an archaic form used in Elven magic to summon the essence of frost and ice. And this seems to do as much damage as the intended, which is 7. So magic is definitely effective against these creatures. And he is going to then stand in front of Connor. Oops, you guys can't see, but obviously. He's going to stand in front of Connor and kind of block that one's path to Connor. Alright, it is their turn again.
Chocolate mint.
This warrior is going to disengage and fly up.
Oh. Okay. Yo.
So that's his action and his whole turn.
Well, it was good meeting you.
Hmm?
That was good meeting you.
This
Cinder.
one is going to fly forward and
Good
attack
meeting
the Arcanist, Connor,
The Arcanist.
with 2 attacks. Both of them miss. Wow. He rolled very low. This one is going to also head for the air tunnel thing and jut up.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then that is actually just a movement, and he is going to make 2 attacks.
Hey, it wasn't my turn.
Hey, he skipped his turn.
Go ahead.
You did. I was after Coben.
Oh.
We go, and then all the things go, and then
why
Connor goes.
did it skip you? Okay, yeah, go ahead. I don't know why it skipped. I don't know what
Gee.
that was.
For spells and crits, do we double the damage?
If it is a spell attack, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it's a spell type attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you going to target the one that I moved? Do I need to move back?
No, I was gonna run down to that one.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah,
Okay.
that one.
Cool. Close in.
Alright, move in, close in, and then I want to. Does a natural 26 hit?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
What a dumb question.
One of these days, he's gonna say no.
Just to spite you. I have that power.
Someone does it around.
I fought a
Alright,
Trask.
and then I want to deal 51 damage to it.
I fought a Trask in the
Oh shit. Is this necrotic?
Yep.
Oh, is this
No, actually,
Inflict wounds.
inflict
that was
wounds?
a crap.
Yep.
Alright, so you call upon the power of Sayanine to destroy your enemies, and searing moonlight builds in your body and thrashes forth, killing this creature instantly.
Hell yeah. Good
Damn,
job.
son.
Damn.
Very nice.
Yeah, it is dead.
And then
So-
I want. I used how much movement? 20?
Yep, 20. 5, 10, 15 actually.
Oh, I want to move back up towards the other one.
So you can get here for your whole movement.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay. Okay, cool.
Good job.
Oh yeah, that was nice. Okay, it is their turn again. No, it's not. It's not
Nope.
their turn. See, it's throwing me off now.
You gotta delete the dead one. Or do something.
Nah, he's fine. Oh yeah, it was his turn. He went up. He's gonna make 2 attacks on Cinder. That's right. Alright. So, okay. 1 doesn't hit, but a 16?
I don't think that hit. Let me double check.
Okay.
No. My armor class is 7.
Wow, so with 2 long swords, you see, after you call down, you guys see these wind warriors look at you and then look up at her and then look back to you, and 2 of them break off immediately. And you see 2 swords just first jut up through this, and flying in front of you, he does a double kind of sweep, and you dodge it easily. And that is sad, and he's dead.
He almost got me. He almost got me.
He almost got you. I need to set you to dead. You are
Wow, not
a
dead.
dead.
Jeez.
There we go. Dead. Now it doesn't have to remind me to take his turn. Connor, it is your turn. I will remind you you are melee.
Yeah. I'm going to.
Reach out and touch me.
I'm going to pop mirror image.
Okay.
Bloop.
Okay.
And move
Okay. I'm
down
going.
below Envy.
Alright, I'm going to say. I'm going to give you the cover symbol because I don't have one from your image. Okay, so he is going to take an attack on you. Where at? Like here?
Below.
Below Envy.
Yep.
Okay. So he's going to take an attack on you.
One more. Yep.
Okay. He's going to hit you. Okay. So you
Does it
take.
hit him or the mirror image?
Oh, yeah. So you need to roll. That's right.
I rolled an 11.
So I think that's miss, right? I can never remember the exact rules from your image.
I think it is if he has 3 up.
Yeah.
Because it changes every time. He's got it up.
Okay.
Or he's-
Yeah, DD
You
rules.
must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
Nice.
There you go.
So you lose a duplicate and you do not get hit.
And then the DC goes up.
And then, so you move there and you cast your spell. That's your action, and that's the end of your turn. Okay. Cinder.
Oh!
Wait.
Should be Bailiff. It should be Bailiff's turn. Not
It should totally be Violet's turn. Your AC or your initiative was 16.
My initiative was 21.
Just kidding. What happened here? There we go. Okay. It is
Bailiff's turn.
Violet's turn. Yep. Something happened with the update.
Well,
I have to fiddle with it.
I am concerned.
You should be. Oh, you need to see where you're at. There we go.
How long will it take? What's the distance between me and the 2?
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 feet.
Yep, 40 feet.
You got this.
Unless you
Could I
can.
run the 30 and then jump into the 2?
It would still
Yeah.
use extra movement. You would have to dash. So, but the tube does carry you up 60 feet without using your movement as soon as you enter it.
Okay.
Oh, and just for you actually would have landed here.
I can't see it. But
Yeah.
Sure.
It's because it selected her again.
Yeah. I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. Take me up the 2.
All right.
Beam me up, Scotty. Here comes
Where
Hoppy
here would you like to land? You can land
I
on.
literally want to try and, just like they did, sword right up the keister.
All right, so you're gonna land right here. All right. Actually,
How
no.
long is like?
She would be right behind me, or she would come up right behind. She wants to attack them as she's coming up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
The same way he did.
Yeah.
So
So since this is just pushing you up, I need you to make an acrobatics check. And if you succeed, then you just attack as normal. If you fail, then your attack is a disadvantage. Because you're literally being jutted up
Dexterity
column
check?
acrobatics.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
Okay, that is
And
a
you're not
21.
landing. 21? Oh yeah, you succeed. So gracefully, like Hook, Peter Pan and Hook, the whole like sword flying up. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So go make your attack, and this will be actually at advantage because you're flanking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's not great. That's a 12 plus 17 to hit. Ooh, I have bless.
That hits.
Okay, then I don't need a bless. 17 to hit. And that's sneak attack because I have an advantage.
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 Yeah.
That's 5, 9. Oh, wait. 14. 17.
17.
Mhm.
Alright. Oh. There you go. Okay.
Do I get to attack again?
You used your bonus action to dash.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
But because
I'm
you
trying to understand, like, the. Yeah.
but because you did that, you still have about 25 feet of movement left still.
A dodge from it, no.
You'll
Okay.
provoke.
Alright.
Now my turn.
Yeah, you have advantage. Okay.
I do. Alright. Yes, so Cinder will attack the one directly in front of her. That she's
Okay.
advantage against. And she'll say to you, perhaps the tomb has some way of disabling this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to attack Unos.
Okay.
21 to hit
That hits.
with the first attack, which is 8 points of non-magic damage. I am
Okay.
then going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay. Makey Sensei.
2 unarmed attacks, which are at advantage. Roll. 23 to hit
That hits.
for 5 points damage. Oops. Roll again. And 13 on the last one. Wait, with bless. Bless makes it 15.
That hits.
Does it?
Nice.
Yay! 5 more points of damage.
It would not have hit if you didn't have bless.
So yeah, she like takes her stance as she's saying that to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of clanging, hitting, punching.
Yeah, not a whole lot of damage, but
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of pots and pans being kind of rattled around.
Alright, who anchored Mom? Mom's upstairs being angry.
we lack the magic to combat these things.
Alright.
Yeah, I feel like we should brought Envy with us.
Coben.
Not Connor.
Coben
Envy
is
just
going
like
to-
one-shotted him.
I didn't see that.
I know, but I did.
You're like, no, you want envy.
You
Coben
want
is-
Envy. You're like, no, I want Connor.
Coben is going to cast Frostbite again. And that will be a con save, which is a fail. And he murderizes. Should put enough to kill him.
Look,
There we go.
I love you. Just saying.
Ooh. Dead. And then for his movement, he is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No. 5, 10, 15. Oh, nope. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30. Whoop.
So that thing is done now.
Yep, they are both dead. I'm not sure why it does not show him as dead, but
Obviously dead.
yeah, I keep telling you.
Death to all who oppose us.
No, that's not what I. What? No. There we go. Okay. Envy, it is your turn.
I need to make my way over there, so I do a double move
Okay.
to go around.
Okay. So 20.
Or do we
Oh, it's not counting correctly now. Okay, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here's 30. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, so that would be a double move there. Okay. Alright, now we are back to this area. It is
dear.
that one's turn.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, that one's dead?
No, it keeps doing the wrong one. There we go. Yeah.
No.
It's supposed to be this one, but it won't do it. Why is it doing that?
Are you sure you're clicking on the correct one?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, well, when I hover over it, it shows me in the comment area which one, and I do that one, and it's not the right one. It's a little buggy. Anyway. Alright, so this one is going to take an attack of opportunity from Valeth.
And me? No, not me.
Nope.
Yeah. You don't get advantage. You can't have advantage. I'd like to talk about the flanking rules.
Yeah, we can do that.
No.
16 to
we
hit?
can make it a +2. 16? Yes, that hits.
I love the
Yay.
flanking rules. Flanking rules remind me of my days as an assassin, and they make me happy.
That is a
In real life or
5
D&D?
points of damage with my
I don't know.
shit. Yeah.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill ya.
Well, he's going to make 2 longsword attacks against you with advantage.
Rude.
Okay, 18
Yeah.
and a natural 20,
Yeah.
obviously. So we'll do one first. So that's 10 points of damage.
Wait, that was the regular one.
Yeah, he rolled high. So.
Mhm.
And
You
then
don't have any
the
reactions?
crit is plus.
My only reaction is to flying projectiles.
Ooh, he rolled max damage on the crit.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure I'm dead.
19 points of damage.
Oh. Maybe I'm not dead.
So 16 plus 3.
Heavy blows.
Heavy blows. Yeah.
As he
is-
basically just spears me in
Yeah.
the middle.
He is slicing you up, and it is clear that they don't want you anywhere near this sarcophagus.
Is there a
And-
down button on the tube?
It is the other Wind Warrior's turn. And he is going to take an attack against you, Cinder. Natural 1, but he is flanking, so never mind. 3. Nope, he misses. Since he missed, he's going to take another attack, his secondary attack on you. For a 16.
Nope.
Ah. So he misses. That's the end of his turn. You are lucky.
I have to see he had advantage on that one.
He did. Yeah.
Is that with advantage?
Yeah. Yeah, he rolled a 12, and he gets +4. Yeah. Connor, it is your turn.
Nice.
You are lucky.
Me and my other duplicates
Okay.
are going to run to the air shaft.
Okay. Do you want to go down to the south or down to, or up to the north?
North.
Okay. So here is 5, 10, 15, 20,
You know what?
25, 30. Gonna take a double move.
Yeah.
I'll put you here. That's good enough. What's your double move? Top of the round, Valeth.
I have in my inventory.
Alright, well,
I have Alistair Land.
does it look like it gotten any kind of dent in these fucking creatures?
The one directly in front of you looks to be pretty dinged up, but it's still healthy. Well, sure. Yeah, it's damaged. It's hard to say. They don't have an anatomy.
They're
So,
not taking a lot of damage from us.
everything that you're doing, if it's not magical.
Cinder, like,
It's half
I
damage.
imagine, like, this sword is, like, still halfway poking out through her middle as he's, like, slowly bringing it back. And she, like, looks at, get to the sarcophagus.
Roll another insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like that's gotta be... Or maybe
Plus,
she says
right?
that.
Because it's a skill check.
22.
Okay.
No plus.
So you feel the pure elemental air force coursing through you, and you think that maybe if you were in the stance of the earth, you might be able to affect them better.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of those sections.
The only downside of a monk, bonus action economy. So what do you do? You gotta...
That's what Cinder thinks, at least. They don't want me near that. They don't want to say that sarcophagus.
I am going to.
WWVD.
I'm gonna run up to the sarcophagus.
You're gonna risk an attack.
I am going to disengage first.
Okay. So I'll say that you're about here. So as you approach the sarcophagus, the bas-relief of the androgynous man suddenly animates, and he turns his head to you, and it says in common to you, it says, "Speak my name." Say nothing.
But I'm there.
I know it's
That's true. You are there.
I also yelled it out earlier.
She did. I don't remember how to pronounce it.
Icosial.
Icosial.
Oh my god, you should have had me in there try it. From memory.
Why do you hate me?
So what do you yell out?
I didn't say it.
Icosial.
Okay. The bas-relief blinks and then goes back to its pose, and the sarcophagus shines with a very bright light. And now, where there was none before, there is now a seam on the sarcophagus, where it looked previously like a solid block of marble.
What are my options?
Do the
You
Good
have
warriors doing
you.
Like, can I open the sarcophagus?
Yeah, you can if you'd like. You
I
can
have
try.
enough movement actions.
That would be an action to open it.
you still do action. So.
Yep. You do.
I like glance over my head at the dying Cinder behind me. And I'm like, oh, this works. And I open the sarcophagus.
Make a strength check.
Oh.
Oh, fuck you.
It's a pretty heavy marble
Oh. It's magic!
lid. Yeah.
Is skill checks get +2?
No.
Nope. Just attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh,
Yep.
that's unfortunate.
Do you not want bless? Do you not appreciate
No.
that?
It's just unfortunate in this one instance.
No, I want it.
Can you actually come up here and cast guidance? That's what I really need.
12?
Okay. Yeah, so you slide the lid
Really?
and you open it.
It's above
The
average.
first one was a natural 1, so I had to use inspiration.
On the inside, you see what would have been the remains of this individual. It's now dust, but you do see long white and blue robes, and sitting over those robes is a suit of armor, as depicted in the bas-reliefs. Probably the one that he either died in or ceremonial burial armor of some sort. And also crowned, or not necessarily crowned, but there is a circlet, a silver circlet with a red, like ruby-like gem, where his head would be
Right.
in the dust. There is also 2 long, slightly curved black horns with red tips, and a pewter box. It's about this big, right? This big. Pewter box. It has alien writhing, actually moving letter forms, and it looks like the pewter box itself has been melted with other metal to keep it closed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that's what
Do
you
the
see
Wind Warriors
inside.
do anything?
Nope.
Do I, would I have enough action economy left to put on the circlet? I'm just asking.
For movement.
You can grab it, but you couldn't put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
grab
you dive for the circlet.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's my best bet.
Okay. Cinder.
Well, I have to use my bonus action to drink a potion of healing.
Okay.
because this is my. Not that I actually think it's gonna do anything helpful for me, but you know, that's what I got.
You can at least say you tried.
At least say it. Ooh, max 10 points of health to me. Woohoo!
That puts you at 12.
Yes. There we go. Okay, that's my bonus action. I will do that. I cannot trade my action for bonus action, so all I have is my action. And I'm going
On your
to...
movement.
I'm going to use my action to take the dodge action,
Okay.
Good idea.
which does something that I can't remember.
You know, all attacks against you have disadvantage, and you have +5 to your dex saves.
Okay. And I will move up one. So they are not flanking.
Do that.
Oh wait, actually that one used his reaction when Bailiff moved. Oh no, she disengaged, never mind.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. And then so she coughs the potion, lets it drop, she steals herself and like takes a step back.
Yeah.
In like crane pose.
You do notice that just as you're finishing your potion, Valith is reaching in and she has something in her hand. You can't see what it is. But the Wind Warriors turn and stare at her. They don't stop, but they all of a sudden their attention is to her. Stay never turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. It is Kogan's turn. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Book it.
30, 40, 55, 60. See, he doesn't know what's going on. He's kind of a protector type personality. So actually, he's going to do action surge.
Yeah.
And
Bailiff is up there.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Is linked to what he wants.
which he will use to get a dash action in.
You mean
Which will
you're
put
his
him
lover?
right here.
No.
And as soon as he comes up, I'm going to
Not
give him a
yet.
free attack on him because it's epic. Why not? But he would also have to make an acrobatics check. So let's see what his abilities are. Okay, that's not great. 11. Alright, so he has
Since he has
disadvantage.
movement left, he should.
Well, I'm giving him a free attack. He took a dash to get
Yeah,
it.
as part of his actions.
Yeah, so he's going to be a disadvantage, unfortunately.
Does it not give him a full turn his excellent search?
No, it just gives him an extra action.
Oh.
So he does land a hit. It's not very graceful because he's in full armor.
He still has his bonus action.
He does.
So he can make his offhand attack.
Oops, that's not the right damage dice. True.
Or if he has that bonus action spell.
He. What? True Strike?
I don't know if he has a bonus action spell. Like,
Oh,
I think.
no, he doesn't. Yeah, no, he doesn't. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. He actually rolled max damage, so.
Nice.
Yeah. On the one hand. And then he will bonus action. Still a disadvantage because he's wibbly wobbly with the windy. And he misses. But he is now here and he settles himself. Right here. And then that is his turn. Envy, it is your turn.
Double move.
Alright, let's see how
Wait.
far it gets you.
How far does one move get me?
10, 30 feet is right here.
Double move.
Okay, you got a dash as an action.
Yeah.
Can't you cast through your familiar?
No.
Alright,
I
so
thought I
you.
was throwing up
and then beam of
He's
light
like
comes
chewing
out of the
stuff.
Luna Moth.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So you come up through this wind tunnel. You can choose any adjacent square to where you're at that's not on the circle, or if you would like, I will give you a free single attack, just a basic weapon attack, if you'd like to
Acrobatics.
take it.
I will go up. I will land up. Go up 2.
Like here?
Diagonal.
Oh, like here?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Bonus action?
And you,
I dash.
no, you can't dash this bonus.
Well, no, I'm at.
You double move,
I
so you
double
still
move.
have a bonus action.
Yeah, you still have a bonus.
Because you used your action and movement. I don't know if you're like healing word or not.
Oh, actually, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I see Cinder, you know, all bloody and whatnot, so I'm gonna cast
Fucked up.
healing word on her.
I really gotta stop wearing white.
It's not your
Yeah.
color.
It is my color, but
Maybe red.
Hide the bloodstains.
I'm gonna heal you for 5.
5.
5 points of damage or healing.
5
She
points
dies.
of reverse damage.
Yay!
That's the end of your turn?
Yep.
Alright.
It's got health again, a little bit.
Alright, it is this Wind Warrior's turn.
Not that they're gonna attack me. They're all gonna try to attack her, but
Okay.
He is going to move here.
Whew. Attack of opportunity.
Yep. Cinder gets an attack of opportunity.
$20.
20 hits.
Nice.
Dirty 20. 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Stun it.
And he is going to take two attacks against you.
Come on. I haven't taken my reaction yet.
6, and that's so it doesn't hit. And then a 21. That one.
That would hit.
Oh.
Do you want to use your reaction?
But I'm gonna use my reaction to try and stop it.
Try to get 21.
Ooh.
What do you have to roll?
Well, I got an 18.
Oh.
Hang on.
And you're blessed.
Oh, am I blessed? Now, because it says that it's an attack roll, I'm just asking because
Yeah.
I've actually not done this. This is the first time I've ever done these.
Uh-huh.
Since it says it's an attack roll, do I get to add my attack
Yeah.
bonus? Okay,
Yep.
so then I beat it because 18
Cool.
plus 5.
So it misses you.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. So you have this circlet in your hand and you're just like fending them off. And
You use the circlet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so Coben and Cinder would get another attack. But Cinder already used her action, but Coben is definitely going to take an attack. That is going to hit. So he deals it 7 reduced to 3. Yeah, so he swipes out and he gets it, but now it is flanking you with the other one. It's going to take 2 attacks on you with advantage.
I've already used my reaction.
Yeah. Oh wow. Both of those first ones miss. That's a little better. A 20, a dirty 20. Okay.
I'd like to use my reaction.
9 points of damage.
Okay.
It's only 9 points. You're fine.
Oh right. They are carving or attempting to carve into you. Connor, you. That is your turn. Double move. Yep. Here's 20. Here's 30. That wasn't 30. Whatever. A double move will get you there. Whatever.
Do I hear a dove? Or an owl?
That's a dove.
Huh?
Dove.
Oh.
Dove Men's Care Plus.
I
Okay.
always wanted done.
So you are up. You have 2 of your mirror images left.
Only if I can keep them outside though, because they're disgusting.
And you are passing your turn now. Bailiff, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Finally got up.
So I grabbed the circlet, but really I'm looking to see if there's anything because the idea is that there's got to be something in here to stop these creatures.
Does there?
That's the idea.
Yeah.
That was the intent of going here. So I've got my hand on the circlet and I'm putting it on my head.
So, question.
Mm.
I don't know if I can do this, but the bas relief that I saw.
Yeah.
So it showed the demon touching the man, and then the circlet.
The demon is using some sort of thing with like a handle or a loop, controlling some sort of sphere, which is touching the warrior, and he's disappearing. And the warrior himself is wearing the circlet.
So I'm wondering if the circlet will let me control the creatures based on the bar. So I put the circlet on.
Yeah, I mean, Cinder would be like, "Don't."
Okay,
But
so
you do you.
So that would
Well,
be
because that's she doesn't.
Yeah.
That's
it's a free action because it's just basically just putting it on your head.
Because it doesn't. Yeah. And so I'm looking for like a control rod or a button or a glyph or anything.
Okay, so you can spend your action to make an investigation check to find anything. To dig further. But as soon as the circlet touches your head, the warriors stop.
Yeah.
And they kind of slightly bow to you in not so much as deference, but like respect. And they stand down and they begin to slowly deanimate. And they just kind of lay, and then their armor is on the floor now. You're out of combat.
It works!
I imagine too, like, Suna was like, wait, but she says it in Elven because she forgets herself.
I think Vaylith actually does that. She's like, it fucking worked! We're fucking dead.
Alright.
Okay.
I have a picture of this here circlet for you. Alright. What is this item you speak of? There we go. Oh, oops. Nope.
You look concerned, Cinder.
This is what it looks like.
Ooh, that's cool.
Very
Ooh, it's so
nice.
pretty.
Yep. Just imagine that the kind of wavy carvings on the side are actually the glyphs that spell out Icosiel's name.
Oh, I feel a little weird, like wearing a
Dead person's
dead monarch.
Still a little dusty.
I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't even wipe it off. It's like it
I know.
has,
Oh, was in a panic.
it has like their head bibs on it.
Yeah.
Ew. I don't care.
When you picked it up, like a cloud of dust.
That would be
Vapor.
decayed brain.
Yeah.
Okay, something.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, a little bit of hair stuck on it.
They didn't have hair.
Oh, that's right. Lucky you.
Non-mammals.
Sure, maybe they aren't animals.
Very cool. Alright, so
Moment, take a breath. I think the box has a demon in it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, like a
Is there a way to find out for sure?
You look
Well,
at the
yes.
bas relief.
Like, you have a way?
I kind of point at the bas relief.
Magical identification.
yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
I figured.
Good.
No, you're right. I just I didn't get that. I just got that this thing was powerful.
Oh no, I understand.
Okay.
Hey,
I had the same thought.
you
That's
see
something that
See?
you might have.
that demonic figure, the bas relief.
Stop them.
This bas relief is actually life size. So this demonic figure is about 10-ish feet tall. It's this hulking, brutish figure, but it is cloaked, so many of his features are obscured, except for the long horns. And the horns are about this long.
Which are in the box.
Which the inside the sarcophagus there are two cut, long, black, mildly curved horns with deep red tips that are laying in the sarcophagus as well.
I wonder.
And then the pewter box has that writhing kind of
Yeah, and it was all sealed up.
I wonder if those could be fashioned into daggers.
Can I? Is there a way
I'm
to
sure
identify?
they would be evil if you fashion them into daggers.
Can I? Is there a way to find out what kind of demon it is
Do you wish
with
to be
by the
possessed?
horns?
You can make an Arcana check. I'll let you make a religion check as well if you want.
Some
Well,
things
we'll do
are
the
not
same.
meant to be handled.
I mean, a dagger made of demon. So.
Alright, I got a 13 religion.
You don't know what kind of demon it is, but you do know that it is a demon and not a devil. So it is abyssal in nature.
I would like to draw fire.
Okay, make an Arcana check to see if you can figure out what this what this demon might be.
Actually, I don't know that I know that. Let's see. Let me roll a religion check.
I mean, he looks like a devil to me. He's the devil.
23.
It's just trying to see if I
No,
know
wait.
that
22.
demons don't die.
Okay.
They just go home.
Or they get trapped in a
Yeah.
sealed pewter
So
box.
with the amount of esoteric knowledge that you study, Connor, you do know that it is a demon, but it is unlike any demon that you've ever seen. Imagine if you were to know a lot about, say, dinosaurs, and you find a fossil that looks like it's a dinosaur, but you've never seen the species. It almost looks like it could be like... Okay, you got 23. Okay. One bit of information that's floating around in your noggin kind of stands out. Lifetimes ago, eons ago, demons and devils were more or less in this world, in Aben, were more or less the same species.
Mm-hmm.
This, whatever this is, could be a creature or entity before demons and devils became different.
Oh damn.
Can you make the thing? The whiteness in the light is making it really, really bright.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
You're so dramatic.
my eyes, my drow eyes.
So you're not sure what it's called, but
Evil?
So if we let it out, we could learn from it.
No.
and you do recall some of the lore and the story about the Viati and the Queen of Darkness, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know shit about that. I'm not an academic.
You can turn off that light over there.
I want to approach the
I
sarcophagus.
like it. Oh,
Okay.
And I want to look at it.
you
I
want
want
to
to look at all the things that are in there.
So what is remaining are the two horns, the blue and white robe, and with the ceremonial armor.
I pick up the box
Okay. Yep. The pewter box.
that has the moving, creepy writing on it.
Yeah. It's hefty, but it doesn't feel any. You don't feel any.
I would watch that for traps.
Oh, I'm not going to open this.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Someone went through a lot of trouble. To
What
seal this.
what languages do you guys speak?
Not that one.
I speak. I speak
Elvish, halfling, thieves,
languages.
Celestial, Elven, and Sylvan.
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, Halfling, Primordial.
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Primordial, and whatever that, and Hidori.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's not any of those languages.
No, I.
But Connor and anyone that is proficient in Arcana can identify it as Abyssal.
That, the writing on this box is, although I can't read it, it's Abyssal.
It's probably its true name. I heard it fairy
There are
tale,
two items in
that's
here
important.
that might be magical.
I suspect so. Not counting the one on her head.
I step back so that you can step up to the sarcophagus.
And I make all the preparations and start identification.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down in a corner and take a little break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use
I mean, I'm only at half health now, but I was
use
down to 2.
Mage Sight to look at all the items.
Okay. So your mage sight tells
Soaked in
you
blood.
that the pewter box. Make an arcana
Wait, what are you
check.
doing with Peter Box?
He's casts mage sight to see what was magical and what wasn't. Are you giving him the circlet to identify, or no?
Oh yeah. Sure.
Okay.
You take it off. You take it off. The thing has come back.
Yeah. I was like,
Doesn't
Hunter,
come off.
if I take this off, they're not gonna come back, are they?
I don't technically need you to take it off. All I need to do is touch it.
Alright. Then I guess I just leave it on just in case.
What was your Arcana check? 8. Okay. Now normally your mage sight, when you slip in between that ethereal, and to peer at pure ether, or where it kind of coalesces in the material world, you get pretty definite notions if something is or is not magical. The box is elusive. You've never quite seen an aura like it. It is simultaneously extremely powerful, yet it doesn't appear to be magical to your mage sight. It's like a conundrum, or a paradox, or a dichotomy, or
So identify it anyway.
Okay, so you guys identify on that and the circlet. And the horns are not magical.
And the robes and the armor?
They're not magical. Okay. So you spend 20 minutes and you're taking a short rest.
I'm taking a short rest. I do not hand him the box, so he can come over and touch it.
Sure.
But
Okay. So
We're
20
just
minutes.
resting there and he's got his hand on the box in your lap and my head.
yeah, basically.
We're just
Yeah.
like
20 minutes of some downtime and you doing your rituals. The knowledge comes to you. The circlet is it's called Icosiel's circlet.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a wisdom, a circlet of wisdom +2.
What?
But it is unique. There is something more to this circlet. The identify spell is not revealing everything to you. The quill seems perplexed.
That shitty bitch. Holding back knowledge like that.
The pewter box, the quill also seems a bit perplexed, but the quill states and writes in your book that the pewter box itself is not magical, but something inside of it is. It is, and you get the sense that it is not containing any entities or creatures. It is containing an item. And the identify spell tells you that that the item is not that the item is not being sealed away. It's just the box has just been sealed. But it's not being kept restrained. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
I relay all this information about the box and about the circlet. I say,
Circlet's really nice.
so,
+2 wisdom.
Bailiff,
mm-hmm.
the circlet is cursed,
Huh?
and if anyone but Icosiel wears it for too long, their brains will liquefy.
Insight.
Fortunately for you, that's not much of a problem.
It's a dirty 20 on my insight.
You're an asshole.
you can roll a deception.
If you're trying to sell it, yeah.
What'd you get? Fortunately for you, your well is dry.
Weird asshole.
Deception.
Kill
Where is
Connor.
Deception.
Under D.
You should know where to find the D.
17.
Yeah, I believe it. Oh my god.
Oh, perhaps you should give that to me then.
I'd take it off. I don't
try and do
care.
such things.
And Connor bursts out laughing.
Hey, fucker.
And I just kind of glance at him.
You fucker.
Yep, so basically if you spend an hour to attune to the circlet, you gain a +2 wisdom.
Well, I mean, wisdom's important for everybody, but more important for cleric
Envy or Cinder, yeah.
Well,
And
Well,
I
Cinder.
think it'd be more beneficial for Cinder because her AC relies on wisdom too.
Oh, does it? I didn't know that.
In my attacks.
So she'd get more.
Out of it.
I would benefit from it as well.
No, you wouldn't.
Anyway,
How would you?
It would.
He wouldn't at all.
It would bolster my wisdom save.
Uh-huh.
It would bolster anyone's
Shut
wisdom
your
save.
dirty magic grubbing face.
If you have less than one perk, you don't deliver it. It's fine.
Your stats are intelligence, man.
So use it.
Besides, isn't wisdom your dump stat?
Wow.
Alright.
Wow.
With those barbs, we are going to go to a break. And we will be back here in a few. And we are back from our break. Alright, picking up where we left off. You have identified the items.
You're welcome.
The hour has passed for a short rest,
Yeah.
which means that the bless is no longer active.
So I have my thingies back. I used 2 of my. Because apparently I only had 2 hit dice left, and I used them all.
Alright. And that means that Coben's vision is now back to normal.
And I do not have a stance active at the moment.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find like a macro script to add icons to your stances. Let's see if
Doctors can now make you taller.
Yeah, because I don't have any way to do that on my.
Yeah.
My ding-a-ding.
Alright. Let's see here. Which means if his vision is that, then he doesn't need his light because it is already lit in here. Magically, which I did not describe, but it will.
Ooh, pretty.
When are you gonna restart the recording?
It's already restarted.
Oh, interesting.
We already
Well,
started.
Bailiff couldn't have used it anyway.
Okay.
What? Oh, you didn't see the alignment restriction on it.
Great. I'm a good person.
Connor definitely couldn't have used it.
She just.
What?
What?
Any
Did you say
non-asshole.
I definitely couldn't have used it.
No. It's restrictions.
Wow. Connor is good.
that's probably why you couldn't use it.
Oh.
You know,
Okay. Interesting.
depends. Keep being grabby for these enchantments and you'll suddenly become neutral evil.
Mhm.
What? It's okay. I know in real life you're neutral evil and that's what's happening, but... What?
Alright, y'all. So you are in the True Tomb.
The true tomb?
Yep, the True Tomb.
You realize we never opened the sarcophagus in the other tomb?
I know. I wanted to.
In the fake tomb.
Something
It was
tells
probably
me.
booby trapped.
And it's empty.
Because any believer would know that was the fake one.
Sure.
So what do you guys do?
I mean, I'm gonna open it just for sure.
Oh, what?
I have put the evil box in my bag.
Okay, in your sack.
Wait, why are we taking it?
I told you I would tell you that it is not, in fact, evil.
Okay, just like put it back in and like seal it back up.
What's your master's name again?
Bader.
I'm getting confused with Alistair, and it's not Alistair.
Alastan.
Alistan.
Alostan, yeah.
Alistair?
Alistan will be here with a team at some point to investigate these tombs.
He's going to be very interested in that box.
Fair enough.
What's your HP at now, Cinder?
26.
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
And what will he do with the box? If he were to examine it?
assess its safety and find out what's inside.
Wizards always want to unlock things.
Well,
I had 22 out of 20.
the good ones also want to make
Got
sure
2 hit
it's
die.
appropriate to unlock it.
She'll say anything, but she goes back to looking at the bas relief,
Okay.
and I want to just examine it like a little bit closely since I didn't, just in case there's anything that I missed in the heat of battle being stabbed and stuff. Heat of the batter. Heat of the battle.
Make a history check.
A history check.
Or Arcana, your choice.
Oh boy,
I would love to make a sketch of this.
I'll
So
make a
I'm gonna
history
do that.
check. 10.
You don't have to roll to make a sketch of it. But go ahead and write down that you have a sketch of the bas relief. 10?
10. Grand old 10.
Nothing about it's ringing any particular bells. I mean, this is clearly Icosiel's final moment.
Yeah. I mean,
And how
Cinder
he
has a
died.
theory of what she thinks this is showing her, but
Yeah.
I just didn't know if there was any other reliefs on the other side of the sarcophagus or.
Nope. It's actually the tomb. The tomb is more or less. It has designs all over the wall, kind of like air motifs. But that one bas relief on the back wall behind is the depiction.
Okay.
Really, the only interesting.
Are there any sigils or markings or anything on the robe that's in there?
No, but as you're examining the robe, although it's not magical, it is a silk type substance. It's a silk robe, but it has not taken any kind of. It's not been weathered through time. It's not magical, but it's just perfectly preserved.
Weird.
Yeah.
She wouldn't take it. She would actually go back down to look at those steam barrels.
Okay.
And it's not magical.
Nope.
Interesting.
What about the armor and everything?
It is not magical, but it is ceremonial. So it does not function as armor. But it is exactly the same style and make as the one he's depicted in wearing in battle.
What about the armor that the animated
Creatures are wearing?
How do you
Armor.
spell Vaati?
Vaati.
Vaati.
What was that?
the animated armor? They just kind of crumbled into piles of armor, right?
They look like they could be functional. They would function as breastplates, but they're not magical. But they also are not rusted or ravaged with time.
What do they look like?
They are a very
It's
old.
that picture with the copies.
Yeah, with the swirly designs.
They look like that.
And what is the breastpiece?
What?
Medium,
A
medium
breastplate?
Breastplate's medium armor, yeah.
But you get disadvantage on stuff, right?
No, that's actually the one that you don't
Yeah.
get disadvantage on stealth.
Because it's just a breastplate.
Yeah.
And what's its AC bonus?
That's a great question. I don't have a player's handbook.
Oh wait, no. It's 5 is different.
Yeah.
Like 13.
I can look at
I may or may not be debating on getting them.
Yeah, Cinder goes back down. She does not touch or take the horns, the armor,
I do not take the horns either.
the robe, any of that.
I'll
Okay.
take the horns.
Okay. I just marked down that they're worth about 150 gold each.
Yo, horny.
So a breastplate is
they just
14 plus your dex modifier up to a max of 2. And you don't
Cinder doesn't
have
say that out loud.
disadvantage on stealth. A typical breastplate costs around 400 marks. So actually, that'd be 4,000 talents. So that's 400 gold. For that.
How much does it weigh?
It weighs 20 pounds.
I
take one. I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a perfect fit, but with about maybe 4 hours of like either leather working or smithing, you can readjust it. So you'll have to get it readjusted to get the full benefit. Otherwise, you'll get the AC bonus, but you'll have disadvantage on stealth until you get it suited.
Alright, I'll take it, but not wear it.
Okay. So just mark down that you have a Wind Warrior breastplate.
Watch it reanimates.
don't know.
Just controls him.
I don't know how much Coben is carrying, but I see if he'll put one in his bag for potential sale later.
He's carrying 59 out of. I'm really here.
I can't afford to carry it.
Okay, yeah. He will. How many are you? Hand him.
Well, I just hand him the a set, whatever. I think we can. What kind of swords are those?
Long swords.
How much does this box weigh?
Coben.
It weighs 10 pounds.
Hey, Coben.
Yes.
Can you hand me that magical item for identification?
What magical item?
The spell book that he has in his bag.
Send that question to Discord.
Okay.
He's not really feeling himself right now, so.
Oops, I accidentally added a breastplate to your inventory center.
No!
So
I can't fly anymore.
I'll just delete that. I didn't realize that was on your inventory.
Get out of my inventory.
Yeah.
Caterpillar.
Connor, mark off 2 days worth of rations.
Oh my god. Oh,
Oh.
caterpillar.
Can't use words anymore. I'm gonna go look at those steam reliefs.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Let
with.
me add. Who else is taking a breastplate? You're taking one and you're not wearing it. You're handing one to Coben. That's it. Okay. So let me do
And I
this.
will stay in the
I'll
air.
leave the important guy stuff because that's all Connor. But
And I'm gonna stay in the air stance. Or I'm gonna go into air stance before I jump down.
Okay.
yeah, how do we get down?
I don't know, I just step off into the platform
Yeah.
and see if I lower.
I cast Featherfall on the people remaining up here.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a moment before you do that. As she steps off, she just floats down.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
So you don't have to cast it.
yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to customize it. There we go. Wind Warrior.
Okay, you just have this moment where Cinder just walks over and she literally just steps off the edge.
I mean,
There we go. Okay.
that could be just some crazy punk shit or elf shit.
It's true.
Do you all go down? Okay.
I mean, I do, yeah.
Okay. And you're looking at the bas reliefs.
I go next.
Okay. So as you all descend, you get a clear picture now of these bas reliefs, and I will be starting with here are the descriptions starting from this quadrant of the room, and I'm going to go clockwise.
Do we have
Okay.
And
No, you did not.
Oh my god.
and I'll stand in the middle and take sketches.
Okay. How accurate are you wanting these sketches to be?
Will we ever level up?
Well, if you would have started at 1, yeah.
Not down to every little
If it started at 1, we'd be dead.
but
Yeah, you'd be so dead.
like the important details.
Okay.
I have nearly died 3 times.
Detailed enough to get the
I
important
almost broke
ones.
my legs.
You almost lost your legs.
Okay. So the first image starting at the top left quadrant. This image depicts a peaceful scene. Now remember, these are bas-reliefs, so the stone is cut into and some parts are sticking out. And as the steam rises up, it gives the quote-unquote the illusion, or the steam fills in the rest of the picture, and it adds movement. So this image depicts a peaceful scene featuring several Veati relaxing in an idyllic country scene. Dozens of perfect circles fill the sky above the frolicking figures. My wind is being dumb. As the steam runs over the image, dark, twisted shapes emerge from the sculpture's edges. The shapes coalesce to form monstrous creatures that look like a cross between spiders and wolves. As the creatures approach the dukes, the circles in the sky begin to burst one by one.
Wait, the what's begin to burst? The circles?
Yeah, the circles. Anybody that is proficient in Arcana can make an Arcana check. And I need to see if Coben is proficient in Arcana. He is not. Okay.
No, I know at some point I had done a check and discovered there was some sort of spider wolf god thing.
Yeah, that you recalled Miska the
Wolf spider.
The wolf spider,
Okay.
in the story of the struggle with the Dukes of Baka.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the lore of the Rod of Seven Parts. Yeah. So what'd you get for Arcana?
24.
24? Okay. So you note that these circles very likely could depict, this is just a could, you would have to study more. They could depict different worlds, planar realms, as how they're laid out in this mural or in this bas-relief seems very planar-like. And so one could assume perhaps that these worlds, as they're exploding, are the ones being taken over by these demonic forces. Okay. So the next mural. This image depicts a towering Veati figure wearing the glyph of Icosiel, standing over a legion of lesser Duke warriors. The central warrior in this group bears the glyph of Zosiel, but each figure bears a glyph of a distinct Duke warrior. Bears a glyph of a distinct Duke warrior. As the steam plays throughout the image, the warriors raise long swords in salute to Icosiel.
Do they all look like Wind Dukes?
These, yeah, the ones in this bas-relief do look like Wind Dukes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remind me again, the Wind Dukes.
So there was the quote-unquote nation or empire or people of Aka, which were ruled by the Veati, which is the race of beings.
Okay.
And they were elemental beings that conquered the material realm. And there were different types of dukes. The Wind Dukes are probably the most famous of them for their combat prowess and their contributions to the creation of the Rod of Law, or the Rod of Order. Wow. Yeah. So the third image. A group of 7 proud noble Wind Dukes present a staff-like rod to a council of superior Veati. The bas-relief itself depicts the other Veati, and they all look slightly different. Some of them are... they just seem different, as if maybe there were other elements of the Veati. So... but it's not clear. These aren't perfectly clear images, but they're clearly different from the Wind Dukes that you've seen.
Okay.
Is Icosiel there?
Yes, you do make out Icosiel.
What about Zosiel?
No, you don't recognize Zosiel in this one. As the steam fills the bas-relief's contours, the central figure raises the staff above his head, where it splits into 7 irregular parts.
Okay. Do each of the people take part?
No.
It just splits. Okay.
And then the 4th one, and the final one. The bas-relief in this gallery depicts the final battle between law and chaos. As the steam moves about the image, a wind duke, you don't recognize who, impales a giant wolf spider-like demon. It looks like almost like a drider with 4 arms and a human head flanked by 2 wolf heads. As the wolf spider and the rod and this wind duke clash, the image shows them sort of vanishing and disappearing. And then you see in this bas-relief Icosiel being struck by a beam from Miska's eyes and slumps dead to the ground. But the beam is this black, orb. This orb that shoots from Miska's eyes and destroys Icosiel.
Does it look like the orb we saw up above?
Similar, yeah. And I don't know if anybody made Arcana checks about the orbs.
No, I only made insight checks.
Probably did.
Yeah, go ahead and do it again. Just to see. That's what I want to, just tell you if you don't actually discover it.
23.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, since this is one of Aliston's favorite subjects, you've obviously heard of the Spheres of Annihilation. And they're powerful ancient artifacts that are literally like void and anti-space-time. And so, in order to control one, you would have to have a talisman of the spheres.
Mm.
Yeah. That's the mural. The whole grand structure.
Well, Connor, it looks like you and your dad, teacher, have a lot to look at.
I'm certain we still have lots more to find.
Really? Because I don't see any other doors.
I think we have
Not
fully
just
explored
here.
this ruin.
Not just here.
You were talking of the other camps.
Well, there and wherever else we can find the 7 parts.
You seek the rod.
Yes.
I mean, that's a story, though. Like, even if it was real, who knows where those pieces would be?
To what purpose?
To put it back together.
Irregardless, I believe we've completed our part of the mission.
Here's one more thing to do. There's a sarcophagus in there we haven't opened.
Yes. There is. And we should go and see very carefully if it can be opened. And if there's anything inside.
Okay. So you'll make your way across this room, climb your way back down. Wee.
It's magic!
Wow.
And afterward... So, Connor, are you guys going to reimburse me for my climbing kit? Because I can leave this here so that your people can... Or they could just redo it when they come back.
Coben's gonna light his torch again.
I am certain they will come fully equipped.
So I should take my stuff down.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
If you want to.
going to be like 30 feet
Well, I'm
from
not
the
gonna knock.
sarcophagus on guard.
Okay.
I'll just make you guys buy me a new one.
I can't lift the sarcophagus. So.
So what's the plan? I think Coben's obviously gonna be one of the lifters.
I'm sure Connor wants to be up there to look inside.
Yeah, I will stand
I'm strong.
back and ready.
I can help.
We'll lift it at once.
I did it before I could do it again.
I'll get my rope from you because I think
Yeah, I
Okay.
used it for the thing.
I'm
So
going
I'll
to
after
magically
this, I'll
inspect
just
it.
assemble that.
Detect
Yeah.
magic.
someone has an extra climbing kit too. I think it's
You're gonna actually cast a
I
spell,
found one.
Yeah.
And I gave it.
and you're gonna use a spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast detect magic, and the sarcophagus is magical, and it radiates a strong aura of conjuration.
Interesting. Interesting.
Is it trapped?
You can check it again, but you already checked it.
I was gonna say I thought I did. Yeah.
You didn't find any.
Does it even have a seam to open?
Yep.
I think if we open this, it might summon something.
Well, then maybe we shouldn't open it.
Well, perhaps that thing will have answers.
Well, maybe we should
But
open
how do you
it.
know that though?
Maybe we shouldn't open it.
It's covered in conjuration magic.
Then maybe we should open it.
Yeah, what if it's
You-
like a genie?
You also know that conjuration can be teleportation. It could be a lot of different
Gotcha.
things. Yeah.
It could teleport us somewhere where we wouldn't survive.
Ooh. What if it teleported us to
To the other sarcophagus.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
we could have got there
Oh
and
my
avoided
God.
all of this?
Oh,
But
Those in the no.
Yeah.
Well, you're the boss, Connor. What do you want to do? You're the one paying.
Yep. You're thinking want to open it. Because we have to explore this whole
you
area.
really want to open it.
We have to explore this whole area.
I'm gonna try and open it.
Okay. As soon as you start to try to open it, Coben's gonna help you. So roll with advantage, or he can roll with advantage.
Yeah, let's have
Yeah, so let's do a strength check. All right. He and you succeed. So as you're lifting and pulling, you hear kind of as like an air seal kind of is kind of stopped, not stopped, but
broken.
But broken, yeah. And nothing happens for about 2 seconds, and then I need you three to make Constitution saving throws.
Deadly.
Yeah.
20 questions?
Like, what is this poisonous gas?
So many questions. Cinder's like just sitting over here thinking, trying to think of more questions. It's just like,
Well, while they're rolling, probably like an avatar. Should I have a mango or a papaya for breakfast?
exactly.
Is it a Constitution?
Yep.
15.
15? Okay. Coben failed.
Uh oh.
4.
4. Okay, you failed. So you and Coben take 14 points of poison damage. And Bailiff, you take 7.
Is there a lingering gas?
No, it is a sudden burst of this noxious green gas, very similar to the other elevator area. Huh?
How many?
14.
Wait, you didn't check this for traps?
I did.
Oh.
I didn't see any.
Oh.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But the sarcophagus does open, and there is nothing inside.
Dick.
Except lies. Except hope, which you can't see because it's gone.
Dick.
Well, that was a bust. We should go. I'm ready to be done.
Perhaps we should take a long rest outside of the tomb
Yeah.
before heading back to
I mean, it's probably daylight. We could probably make it home. Don't you think? I'd like a bed.
Yeah. I'd like to rest before we get on the road, in case we.
How far away from the town were we? 2 hours?
About 2 hours.
Alright, well, where do you want to rest?
We weren't taking a short rest, so
Yeah. So
Oh,
if
sure.
we
you
already took one.
don't know what time it is, but you can make a survival or nature check to see if you can actually guess or know correctly the time.
Let me make a nature check. Oh, not a nature check, sorry. I meant a survival check.
I'll make a survival.
Which is +6, so 17 + 6.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, it's 9 in the morning.
I would say
What?
it's about.
How is that a 2? I gotta say.
It is the next day, obviously. It is free day. The 16th
It is
of
mid-morning.
Wilson.
Yeah, see, I'm not really tired. I'm just tired.
Perhaps we trek back to the
Okay. Yeah.
inn. Rest before we approach your master.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You're still carrying the bones of Alistair? Okay.
Oh, we can take care of that.
Yes, we also need to find out where
Oh, I know.
Mr. Land. You know where he lives.
Yeah.
I know where he lived. They're all dead.
Is it far from you?
No.
Yeah, no, it's about maybe 15 minutes northwest of Diamond Lake. So as you're coming south toward back to Diamond Lake,
So we can stop there.
you
on
would
the
kind
way
of
back.
run into it.
Yeah.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And we can stop there on the way.
You'll be able to see where I grew up. Kind of. It's a little ways away, but because we were neighbors, right?
I mean neighbors in the sense of agricultural neighbors, yeah. But yeah, more or less.
But you do not still live there.
Well, I mean, my family does, but no, I don't live there anymore. Do you still live with your family?
I don't
Yeah.
live in Swan.
Right. Oh. So where do you live?
I am from.
I assume this is while we're walking.
Yeah.
I believe you call it the Rime Wilds.
The Rime Wilds. What do I know about them?
Make a history or nature check.
Okay.
You want to
It's
tell them
a plus
what
one.
magic
I
item
think
it was.
they 16.
16. You have heard of the Rime Wilds. They are a land north of Sormir, far from you. I can actually just show you on our handy dandy map.
Far into the mountains.
Far into the mountains, of which we came.
Data received.
So here's where you live, right here. Well, where you're from, right? Can you see my little thing moving?
Almost. Very
Yeah, it's very small.
Very small.
Anyway, you go north. Here's Sormir, and the Rime Wilds are right there,
Way the fuck up there.
way up here.
That's how far I had to travel.
Yeah. And just putting it in perspective, I will measure that in distance for you as the birds fly. It's many, many, many fucking miles. So from Diamond, stop moving.
Wait, so that's like.
It's about.
So you live there?
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa, calm
Why are you
down.
here?
It's about 500 miles away.
I mean, I figured you'd live closer since you're so far south from home.
The monastery has many interests in the world.
Okay.
The cairns are among them.
Well, that makes sense.
So as you step out into the
You hear it done.
the morning air. It's a warm. It's going to be a very hot summer's day.
Hell yeah.
Does it smell like pollution and death?
Not yet.
Nope, you're not
Too far from the
quite
city.
quite there yet. But and you make your trek south, back towards. Well, actually, more like a southeast direction towards Diamond Lake, and as you get closer, you're about 15 minutes out.
To the Lamb's house?
Yeah, you're about 15 minutes away from Diamond Lake itself when you come upon a very old, very overgrown, what would be like looks kind of like a logging road, probably a state road, some sort of path, and you know that this is the general area where the Lands lived.
This is us. This is our turn off.
So as
Follow bailiff.
and as you lead them to what you don't know what state this house is going to be in. Great. Remember, this was about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come upon. Oh,
I don't have to.
I said he doesn't have it.
No, he says he doesn't. Oh. Yeah, he does.
He does not.
What did he do with it?
I say nothing.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Done now?
Cinder doesn't know anything.
I don't care. I gave it to him and I was done. You already lost it.
The road eventually leads up to a dilapidated farmstead, which consists of a crumbled wall and a sagging, unsafe-looking house with broken windows and a sagging roof. Thick, sludgy puddles of dried blood and unidentifiable fleshy chunks litter the wooden porch
Still?
immediately outside of the front door.
I
sorry,
kind of
what?
stop.
Ditto. How fresh?
You can get closer to identify it and make a medicine check.
Why would there still be body parts here?
Okay, medicine check. Well, that's not bad. That's a 20, a dirty 20.
Okay. These fleshy bits are
And what are they?
humanoid,
Oh god.
and they are no more than 2-3 weeks old.
Do they look like they've been gnawed on by animals?
Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of like evisceration process, like torn apart by some sort of animal.
I turn around and I'm like, animal?
Where would
Hopefully.
humans have buried their dead?
I
Mhm.
mean, I've been here before. It's just been a
like
really long
cemetery.
time. Yeah, they have a family cemetery.
I look,
Um,
glance about, having obviously no clue where I'd
Yeah.
find something like that.
Well, so I would
I
lead
need
the way
everybody
to-
to roll initiative.
Oh. But I don't want to go in their house. I just want to bury some bones.
21.
21.
Ooh.
Oh, Coben got 21.
Ooh.
My initiative is +4.
My
Mine's plus
HP is 6.
Well, you rolled the 21 as well?
No, I rolled
That'd be funny.
dirty 20.
Nobody cares.
Wow. What'd you
But
get?
my HP
Eddie?
is 6.
Your HP is at 6?
Envy?
Yeah.
Didn't you
What-
use hit dice
what'd
when
you
you
get?
took a short rest?
Oh, 8.
You do have those.
Alright, so
But
you
all
got a
about the magic
21.
item.
Yes.
You got a dirty 20. You got a 21.
30, 21, yeah.
So you got 19. Not you. 19. No, you got 20.
Hey, Wybie.
There we go.
Little
There we
Wiley.
go.
Wiley.
Oh,
19,
bother.
18. There we go. Alright, so as you're having this discussion, all of a sudden, the closed door of the farmhouse bursts open in a loud crash, and a massive owlbear comes charging out, and and it kind of lumbers almost drunkenly as it stands up and it goes to attack you.
Looks drunk.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of like stumbling. And Cinder, you're the first to react, actually.
Sharon mentioned that I could use hit dice during our short rest.
So what do you got now?
17.
Okay.
Wait, you only used one? How many hit dice did you use? Or did you not roll that well?
I rolled terribly when I did mine.
Yeah, I did.
I rolled all of them, and they're d6.
What's your max?
20.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I'm going to. I'm going to use my bonus action. Okay, actually, what I'm going to do is 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to move up behind Valeth.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet of my movement, and I'm going to grab her and pull her back.
Okay.
That's only 15 now, right?
So that's 15.
Okay, then I will pull her back as far as I'm able to. I have a speed of 40.
Okay, so that's halved when
And
you're
push her
pulling
behind me.
someone. Okay, so I'll say that if you want to push her behind you.
Well, I want to grab her and pull her back with me.
Okay.
But be in front of her.
I see. Okay. So I will say this, putting you in this position right here would be all of your movement.
Okay. And then I will use my bonus action to move into Stance of the Earth.
Okay.
So she basically like grabs her and pulls her back, and then she like takes a moment to focus and kind of puts herself into like a rooted position.
Okay.
And then waits. And I don't know if I have enough action to like do a medicine check or something on this bear. Or owlbear.
You can make one with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, natural 1.
Cool.
No idea.
Yeah, you have no idea. Owlbears are not very common.
Yeah.
So, and besides, it's attacking you.
Yes, it sure is. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up would be Valeth. Why does it say that you can't see anybody else? That's
You're
weird.
blind!
I did make it daytime.
She has that night goggle vision too.
Yeah, but it should be daytime, so vision shouldn't be obstructed by anything. Let me just make sure that we are in the right lighting.
Don't know if you wanted to be away from it, but you aren't. Sorry.
Yeah, it looks like
I mean,
No, I think I can see anyway. That's
are
weird.
we?
that is really weird. Oh, does she not? Okay, let me check.
She's not on the right layer.
As you pull me back, I'm like, fight or flee. Fight or flee. Fight or flee.
We have to bury the bones.
Fight it is. And she kind of like.
I think there's something wrong with it.
Darkness.
Do I even know what? Do I know what an owlbear is?
I mean, you've heard of an owlbear, but you can roll to see what you know about them.
Everyone's heard of owlbear.
It's like, do I even know what a bear is? It's like, well, yeah, I mean, but how much do you really know about bears?
Natural 20.
Okay.
You know a lot,
Mhm.
actually.
So-
Maybe they're common in Hiyori.
Oh, yeah, actually, I would imagine.
Yeah, because it's all frosty, frozen lands.
Yeah, so you know that owlbears were at one point created by wizards many eons ago, and they slowly over time just became natural creatures, but they are really just a cross between a bear and an owl. They're fiercely territorial. They mate for life, like permanent. And once they stake out a spot, They will defend that spot to the death.
Is it behavior common? The drunken.
No. With your natural 20, this owlbear is acting definitely strange. Not necessarily strange, but it's acting like it's almost like inebriated or sick in some way, like maybe rabid. Like if an animal had rabies, it would just act weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Incoordinated. Hyper salivating.
Yep.
Pick it up by its scruff, see if it's dehydrated.
Yeah, reach your hand over there.
Yeah.
Only once have I had to deal with an animal that we thought might have rabies, and it took 5 people to hold it down while we sedated it with 3 different medications to knock it out, so we could euthanize it.
Jesus Christ.
And he was the sweetest dog ever up until that
That
point.
sucks.
That's so sad.
Super so sad.
But yeah, he was either poisoned by meth or had gotten rabies. Those were the 2 things that we had come to the conclusion
That's a
of.
hell of a drug.
Not even one.
Yeah, he went from being one of the sweetest dogs I dealt with to being just completely out of it, trying to kill people.
There we go.
Did you do a necropsy?
No, he couldn't afford to. He decided he decided he wasn't him anymore, and he wanted to euthanize, but it was just kind of the way it was.
Bailiff, it's your turn.
Let me just bring down the mood real low.
Right.
Anyway.
So I'm gonna run up to it
Okay.
and stab.
Okay.
With advantage. Because it has not taken its turn yet.
It has not.
I mean, technically it's it.
Yeah, but not mechanically.
Those both shots. That's an 8 to hit.
You know, I went through all this trouble of getting you back.
You know, that misses.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
must still be a little tired.
And then with my offhand,
Roll me a perception check, real fast.
$11.
It's a pretty easy DC for you. Imagine the smell of almost like burning electrical, like real life smell, burning electrical with with almost like a caramely, like sugary sweet. It's a smell you're intimately familiar with, and this owlbear reeks of it.
Oh, you're gonna relapse.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's an 8.
Okay. You're having a hard time focusing, and you will. I don't have a condition for it, but you'll be considered poisoned, which just means that you have disadvantage on stuff. Hold on. Poison. Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks by being distracted.
How long does that last?
Well, we'll find out.
Okay. Okay.
And that's why you missed.
Offhand.
It's the last place you'd expect to smell it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. 17 to hit.
Did you roll with disadvantage?
I rolled a straight roll because I have
Okay.
advantage.
21, you say?
17?
17?
No, 12, 17 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Do I still get my sneak attack?
No, because you don't have disadvantage. You just straight roll. So yes, you do. Because you does your assassinate give you sneak attack on anybody that hasn't taken its turn, or just advantage?
So let's see. Once per turn, you can deal an extra. You get within attack with a finesse, or if you have advantage on the attack roll.
Oh yeah, I know all that.
Don't-
But like, what about the assassinate feature?
It just gives me advantage on attack rolls against a creature that hasn't taken its turn in combat yet.
Yeah, and when she has advantage, she gets sneak attack. So, but I think the sneak attack says you can do it as long as you don't have disadvantage.
Yeah, but since she doesn't have advantage, she wouldn't get a sneak attack. But I'm gonna amend the assassinate to say that your attacks are a sneak attack as long as you don't have disadvantage. We have to add that word so that you'll get a sneak attack as long as you don't have disadvantage against anybody who has an
So if I have advantage and it balances out to a straight roll, that I still have sneak attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm buffing it a little bit.
Doesn't matter, I rolled for shit. My sneak attack damage is 2. My dagger did 3.
Damage is damage.
So 5 points.
5?
Points.
Yep.
Okay.
Girl can't be flashy like Envy.
You stab at
Yeah.
the creature, and although it is,
You'll be okay. This is not undead.
it's a weird creature. Its feathers are so fine and almost like scaled and layered. It has the resemblance of fur, but as you stab in, it's like stabbing into a very hardened ballistics gel. It is a thick muscle, like pure muscle,
Yeah.
There's a backhand you now.
and it's about 11 feet tall as it's standing, and it looks like it's about to come right down on you.
Yeah, I get that. I'm gonna attempt to move back
You're gonna disengage.
towards Cinder. I can't. Because I used my bonus action to attack.
Alright, so it's gonna take a swipe at you.
Okay.
Alright, so that is going to be.
I want to give it my inspiration back.
Just kidding.
Does it have? Did it attack with disadvantage?
Why would it have disadvantage?
You don't know anything about that.
It got a 15.
I do. Connor doesn't.
That does not happen.
Okay. Yeah, it bears down on you. It like a bear. It kind of like it's standing and it kind of tries to trample you, but it kind of misses, and you see its body just kind of like shake, kind of like a bear's would.
I actually
And
want to back up to right next to Cinder.
Right there.
That should be the last of my movement.
Anybody able to tranquilize it?
Okay, that's the end of your turn. And then it stands back up.
Sleep might be useful, but it might have too many hit points.
Connor, it's your turn.
I don't know anything about that spell.
I'm going to.
Nothing about magic.
Shoot a firebolt at it.
Okay.
Or, actually, Cinder, do you know if there's anything we can do for this creature?
I don't know what's wrong with it, but where there's one, there is often two.
Connor kind of.
It is
starts
simply an
looking
animal.
around.
If you can knock it out, that's about all I have time to say. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Starlight is bright red.
Okay.
Yeah, that owlbear's high. Just saying.
It's high.
That's all the time you have to say as a free action.
Yep.
Sorry about it, but that's what Vela says. She's all like, yeah, that bear's fucking high.
High on what? High on life? High on blood?
Take your turn.
High on blood pulse?
I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. For what?
Firebolt in case it attacks one of us.
It did attack you.
Okay. So if it makes an attack on any of you or your allies, then you will cast Firebolt.
Bring me some ammo.
Yes.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
Sinnoh roll?
It attacked her.
I understand what you're saying. He's trolling you.
It attacked her after she attacked it.
He knows.
He knows. Anyway,
Troll.
Coben is going
He's
to.
just sad because he's so slow.
He is going to step in front of Bailiff and cast
Don't you feel so
Frostbite,
protected?
which The owlbear fails
Which now is fucking
his
useless,
con
that's good.
save.
He casts flight.
Frostbite.
Oh, I was like, that's one way to get rid of it.
So he speaks his
Levitation.
Elvanan Arcanum. Hey, that rhymes. And frost and ice begins to cover the owlbear.
Sounds really weird coming out of someone's mouth.
Yeah, it is strange. And then that is his turn, and then the owlbear's turn. He's going to run, lurch forward, and leap about 3 feet in the air and attempt to maul Coben.
He would.
Fireball.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your firebolt. That does not hit. Wow.
God damn. If we leveled up, I would have Stunning Strike. You know,
All 3 attacks missed him.
if we gain levels.
Well, that's what's that for you.
Effort.
It'll be a while.
That was fun.
Oops.
All I can do is punch things.
Shit. I accidentally took you out of initiative.
All I'm capable
9.
of doing at this level.
9!
And they're not even magical.
You are actually 19. There we go. 9! To hit?
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no.
Does it scare it?
You miscalculate
warmed it up.
its attacks, and as you fire up at it, it actually begins to bear down on Coven, and it goes wild and hits the side of the farmhouse, but does not ignite it. Envy.
I'm gonna cast Fireball at it with a 21 to hit.
It hit the side of the house?
Or Guiding
Yeah.
Bolt, sorry.
Guiding bolt. Okay.
Oh, my firebolt.
Okay, then I'm gonna do 10 points of radiant damage to it.
Wow.
And next attack will have advantage.
Advantage. All right. I'm gonna put him targeted. Yep.
I want to move 2 to my right and 1 up. Yes.
Okay. So a barely perceptible beam of moonlight strikes out, and the owlbear shrieks, and it looks like it's heavily wounded. Cinder.
With my natural 20,
Mm.
is there something that I can do that I know of in my survival trainedness and familiarity with owlbears to try to get it to run away? Like, to scare it like you would a bear.
Be a bigger bear.
Well, I mean, the bear, you just go, ah, at it, and they run away.
Depends on the bear.
Well, yeah, but...
Something
that I, like, do I know of any tactic that you might use with owlbears to
So
act like a bigger, tougher owlbear?
if the owlbear is near a nest, there is nothing that you could do to get it to stand down.
Right.
And they will typically chase you for at least a couple of miles.
Right.
If it's not and it's just out, then sufficiently wounding it enough to where it becomes survival, then it will run away. Usually.
Does it look like it's going to run away?
You can't tell because its behavior is very strange. It doesn't look like it's running away, and it does look severely wounded.
Alright. I'm going to move up to it.
Okay.
I'm actually going to move behind. I'm going to flank it. Or whatever position I need to be to flank it. I have plenty of movement.
Yep.
And I will attack it.
Okay.
Oops, I have advantage. So 24 on the first hit.
That hits.
That's 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And my intent is to knock it out.
Okay.
I'm going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
To do 2 more attacks with advantage. 19 on the second.
Yep.
So that is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 23 on the third.
That hits.
Let me just double check my old stats too. How many feet did I move?
Let's see.
20?
5, 10, 15, yep. 20.
Just want to make sure. So I don't get my AC bonus. 7 points of bludgeoning on the last attack. So 7, 5, and whatever the first one is.
Alright, so it is. Yeah, so you pummel into this thing, and eventually. How do you knock it unconscious?
So she runs up and she begins to like. I imagine that. Well, the first strike is with her staff, and she just whacks it like hard across the head to kind of bring it down, and then she does like 2 quick like hits like in the jugular to try to cut off that blood flow and knock it down.
Yeah, so that does work, and it seems to choke and gasp, and then kind of fall unconscious. It is still breathing, but it is out. We're out
Do I know how long it'll be out?
You can make a medicine check.
Okay.
Yeah, and now that you have maybe some time, maybe you can make it without disadvantage.
Or I can't fucking make one at all. Jeez, 7.
7.
I have a +4 to my medicine. All over me.
Can I try?
Sure. No.
10.
Okay. You're not sure. You do know that these are very hardy creatures, so it probably wouldn't be out for very long, but you do know that you've knocked it well unconscious.
It's out for now. But it's unlikely to be out for very long. We should finish whatever business we have here.
Yes. Okay. So,
You said...
you've been here before?
Yeah.
Alright, well, take us to the cemetery.
You can make a medicine check as well.
We should perhaps also find if it's inebriated, as you said.
Well, I got 18.
Yeah.
Then perhaps there's something
I mean,
nearby it's
probably.
getting into.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
first we need to bury.
There might be something around here that it's getting into. And
Right.
there's
We should bury Alistair
But why does it smell like that, though?
if we have one chance
So-
of something.
Here's what I think we should do. You have the bones. I'm gonna show you where to go,
I can
and
complete
you
this
can
task.
complete the task, and I'll search the house, make sure there's no other people, or
Coben, at least the other should go with you in case the its mate is nearby.
yeah, it's a good idea. All right, so Coben and I will check the house.
I'm sure we'll hear if it wakes.
Yeah.
Envy, you don't think this creature is gonna wake up. It seems that its breathing is becoming heavily labored and shallow. Like, what? You don't think it's whatever Cinder did, but there's
It was
something
already
about
dying.
this creature that is probably already dying.
Do you have cure poison?
I don't think I have to worry about this owlbear waking up. Pretty sure it's on its way.
I didn't hit it that hard.
No, I don't think it's from anything you did. I think...
It's probably the drugs. I mean,
you can kind of tell from its, like, labored breathing
And you guys now smell that smell.
What is that smell?
I have nowhere to cure of toxins.
Coben doesn't know what it is.
I don't think we do.
You can make a... If you're proficient in alchemical tools,
Oh, yeah.
or... Yeah, so you can make an intelligence check with proficiency. Or a poisoner's kit.
Is it at 0 hit points?
Yes.
I can cast Spare the Dying on it.
Oh.
Okay.
Would that stop the poison from killing it?
I don't know.
It just makes it to where it doesn't have to make death saves.
Yeah, stop it from
But-
dying.
I mean, it's still gonna die.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have...
Short of like a lesser restoration or remove poison or something,
Yeah,
maybe something like that.
toxin.
Are we wanting to save this?
Do we still have an antitoxin? Don't we have an antitoxin that you guys made?
What are we wanting to save this
We
owlbear?
do. We sure do.
Why?
Because Coven got poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. I meant saving the owlbear. Do we want to save the owlbear? And if we do,
Because it's an innocent life.
well, yeah. I mean,
Whatever it is doing is
I
obviously
think
something
we should
that
try and transport it away from the town. It's a little closer than I would prefer.
if this is its nest, it will simply return.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on it.
Okay. Yeah, you cast Lesser
I can wake it
Restoration.
up. No, because it doesn't heal hit points.
Have you had that the whole time?
And that will remove one poison or
use it on-
disease.
Huh?
Like, can you read me the spell?
Coben didn't deserve it, the Albert does.
It says, well, he mentioned Lesser Restoration. I'm like, oh yeah, I took that. Okay. You touch a creature and can end either one disease or one condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Okay. Okay. So the breathing becomes normal.
I chose to use it because it didn't die like naturally because it got into something. So
I mean, it probably ate some fucking drug addicts,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. You're still not sure if the owlbears will live, but it's no longer
Dying.
suffering from whatever had led it to this state. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You basically just Narcaned it.
Now you can cast Spare the Night.
But it's still making death saves?
It wasn't ever making death saves.
It was just in full. It was in multiple organ failure
Yes.
from
Actually.
toxicity.
Yes.
I cast Spare the Die on it just in case.
Okay.
Alright.
If you point me where I need
So
to
I
go.
point you in the right direction.
Yeah,
I
so
will head
you,
off.
you point her off into the eastern part, and you see about maybe 80 feet toward the eastern part of the farm.
And
There's
creatures.
a little low stone wall, and you see headstones.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see here. I'm going to say that you.
And I think we should have a buddy system. So either Connor or Envy should go with.
I
either.
started pimping off, but yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying. If
Yeah.
we're concerned about other creatures, then
So who's going into the farmhouse?
I did
Me-
mention
me
that I
and
don't
Coben
know
are
human
going.
funeral rites
Okay.
earlier.
I will.
I'm going with Bailiff.
Of course you would. I will make my way towards the cemetery
Okay.
as well.
Alright, so I'll put you guys
Because she doesn't know
over here.
human.
yeah, I mean that makes sense too. You're a cleric,
We're not gonna say elven ones, but
Alright, so toward the cemetery, you see a copse of immense trees, shades of small, quiet.
generic ones.
They're declo trees.
They're decadent trees?
Declo. I don't know what declo trees are, so that's why I didn't say it. So-
Deco trees.
Yeah,
Decahedron trees. They're D20s.
they're very Greek. Yeah, so they shade a
Oh,
small
deco trees.
declo.
Oh, declo. Okay. Sorry, continue.
So they shade us a quiet clearing just where you were pointed to. About blah 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 blah. Nope. So you see 5 grave markers stand in this clearing, each with a different name. There's Anders, Themissa, Koldarin, Gersha, and Alistair.
Not Anders.
Open pits yawn from before all 5 headstones. Piles of fresh dirt and a pair of abandoned shovels suggest that an excavation took place very recently. Certainly within the week. Maybe more.
Right, when
Their bodies are gone?
Yep. all of the graves have been opened and dug open, and there's nothing in there. Each of the headstones also have a stylized petaled flower on each of them too. You might not have ever seen this. You've seen this, and you know what these are.
Well, you guys aren't there.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Well, they're not. You have seen this. You would have
We'll
definitely
be joining
seen
you
this.
as
You're from
soon as
this
we're
area.
searching the house.
All people who died
Okay, from
from the Red Death, their tombstones or their mausoleums have this stylized kind of flowery type petal on it.
Alistair's has it as well?
No,
Okay.
Alexis is not
Yeah, the flower represents that they died from
the Red Death.
the Red Death.
I'm assuming it's not common human custom to dig up your dead after a certain period.
Interesting note.
Some cultures.
The Aaron and I were completely immune to the Red Death. It didn't affect them at all.
Was it
What are
elves?
the footprints like
There.
Make a survival check.
around the grave site? Are they big feet, little feet, boots? What is it?
Survival.
Albert.
Obviously, the owlbear was doing the world a favor.
I got 8.
You got an 8. Well, it's pretty clear that you see lots of different types of tracks, and you actually see what look like wheelbarrow tracks leading more to the south toward like Diamond Lake in that area.
What purpose would someone have for digging up the bodies of
25-year-old bodies.
Yes, 25-year-old bodies.
So Alistair's
I don't even
grave is
know.
dug up too? Like they didn't know he wasn't there.
The undead we found in the cairn, those were necromancers of some type?
Yeah.
Right, they were... What are they called?
Hallowed?
Yeah, hallowed, which are necromancers, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Traditionally.
As much as a Tevinter mage is a tyrant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I might find a couple but yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Just to figure out like, why would they dig up the bodies though? Maybe they need like something like that for like a ritual,
A spell component?
spell component, like whoever died from like the
They
Red
did
Death.
try to dig up Alistair's as well, even though he doesn't have a flower on his.
Correct.
Or, you know, there's something specific about this family tree. I don't know. Very, very odd.
Well, meanwhile,
Yeah, I still... I mean, I get ready to bury him because I promised him I'd bury him, but I don't think he's going to be happy about it.
Well, he's gonna be on his family land.
Yeah, but his family's not there.
Well, now we have to find his family.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were adopting a family.
so inside the farmstead, you see around the hearth a pile of detritus, debris, almost nest-like. Several small bones are kind of sticking out. Long, kind of decayed sacks and bags and fur, feathers. It's a nest, clearly. Yeah. One thing that does stick out to you is strewn across the floor on the northern side is a fine red dust and a kind of ripped open satchel. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
We found the lyrium.
And in the midst of all this, there is a severed arm, about from shoulder all the way down, that is just laying there.
And that's with disadvantage, correct?
Yep, because you're still poisoned. Yeah.
Well, that's a 7.
7. So, Connor and Coben would also see this. I'm going to let you interpret this however you want, but you need as much of this as you can get as soon as possible.
Yeah, I figured. That.
This is too opportune.
Yeah. I mean.
So what does Valeth do?
So, Valeth sees that and she's like, well, I mean, here's your answer, guys. Like, this is the evidence, and like, she just kind of goes over and she starts scooping it into a bag, and she takes the ripped bag and she like ties it a little bit and slides it in her pocket.
There's about in the rip bag alone. There's about 10 doses.
Yeah, and she starts just scooping it up.
Take that arm, just throw it out of the way.
Yeah, she
Use the arm. Use the arm to scoop it up. There.
She looks at the arm and vaguely like kind of just tosses it behind her.
Yeah, it has
Normally
a very distinct brand. It's branded with something like a symbol.
Is it a brand that she would recognize?
You can make a history check.
I will not right now. And so she just throws the arm then, and
Just throw it at Connor. Look at that.
pulls out another little like handkerchief and like just starts scooping up off the table.
All right. So with all that, you have a total of 12.
Might be able to find a broom.
And question.
Mm-hmm.
I need to send you.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
What is this stuff?
Oh my gosh. This stuff. It's bad news, man. It is very toxic to animals. And
And I assume to humans. Well,
I mean,
humanoids.
sure. Like, there's. Like, it's not. Like, it's a drug, right? So, like,
wow.
they probably were high as shit, and then the poor owlbear ate them because they were trying to, you know.
It probably reminded them of their childhood stuffed toy.
Right. Sure. No. Unlikely. More realistically, they were invading. And,
You didn't have a stuffed owlbear when you were a kid.
no. Did you?
Yes.
Weird. So she starts licking her fingers and like continuing to scoop up into the little baggie. And then once she's all done and it's completely cleaned.
How?
So you are no longer poisoned. You have advantage on. You have advantage on charisma checks and charisma saving throws,
Excellent.
and disadvantage on intelligence checks and saving throws.
Okay.
Wow,
Okay.
it's like the worst drug ever for him.
So, yeah. Anyway, point is,
And the euphoria returns.
it is not for everyone, but it is common in cities and whatevs. Like, it's fine. But that's your culprit right there. That's what is killing your owlbear friend. And then I look around. Is there any more bags or anything of interest?
No, it's basically just that and the severed arm.
Okay, so she goes
And then
back
the
to
nest.
the severed arm. And now she's looking at the brand. And you would notice that she's just really perky and peppy now.
So, as you're kind of taking a look around, and you kind of go back to the arm from which you kind of tossed aside.
Mm-hmm.
It's laying at the edge of this pile of nest. Use your imagination. This pile of nest. As you reach down and try to get the arm, the nest rustles, and poking its head out.
I was gonna say this also.
No.
Is
Nest.
this creature.
We weren't going to begin with.
And it kind of like sticks its head out. It's about the size of a very large dog.
Riley?
No, a very large dog. Like a Great Dane.
Oh.
Maybe a little smaller than a Great Dane.
Yeah, maybe like a Joxer. Is it
Yeah,
just
a
just a
Joxer,
baby?
yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
So
We can't do that.
it pokes its head out and it kind of like sticks its head around. And tries to nibble at your finger, but doesn't get much through.
Oh my god, you're cute. Oh my god, you're
Veil
cute.
it.
And I like
Veil it.
reach into my bag
Veil it.
and I pull out some
Just feed it the
meat,
arm.
like some jerky from my rations, and
Mhm.
I feed it.
Just-
And I take the arm away because I know the arm's poison.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Angela will feed on its mom.
Yeah, so it eats it.
Save the mom.
Veil it.
Mom's probably gonna die soon anyway, though.
No.
No, we're letting you eat.
Wild, dangerous creature.
Oh, it's so cute!
Wild,
I mean,
Are we
dangerous
done at the cemetery?
creature.
yeah, you guys are probably like coming back around.
The
that
key
episode.
words here are wild and dangerous.
Well, I wanted to wait because we're just
I'm looking for a piece of thing.
wanted to talk.
Yeah, because
Say something.
I think I'll
Back away.
we're gonna go back on and check on that
Alright.
Mama Owlbear.
I thought
Yeah.
Here we go.
I was just gonna say once we bury Alistor,
Okay.
bury him, and he says his rights over the grave and all of that.
Mm.
Cinder would kind of kneel down and I was talking to him in common, right? Yeah. She would tell him that I will try to locate your family wherever they have gone. But hopefully this at least brings you some peace.
You could both make a religion check.
As well?
Yep.
A Widgeon check.
Oh, well, Widgeon.
Is it Thrift Day?
Is it Thursday? I was like, what?
Free day.
18.
It is free day.
I got 11.
18. You don't think he's gonna be at rest until his family is.
No.
Yeah. You don't think this is gonna do it, but yeah.
Well, at least you can hop here. And
That's the
have-
symbol on the arm, by the way.
The Elder should continue to protect this house while we search for those who took their bodies. Their remains, I guess I would say. Yep, and then I will head back.
Okay.
With promise to find them.
Yep. So it is about this time when you guys return and everything's more or less happened.
Yeah, he's checking on the Elder.
Yep.
Make sure it's still sleeping like a baby.
Yes.
If it's not, I'll hit it in the head again.
is it alive?
It is alive, but the outcome for such a creature, even though its life was spared, you're not sure how it's going to recover on its own. Like, it needs to get up and hunt and eat and all that kind of
When we
thing.
leave, we can cast a healing spell.
True.
Yeah. That's what I kind of planned on.
Yeah.
Not now, because we're still.
I think
here,
me and V are like looking at each other and we're just like, as we're leaving.
So you come in and you see Bailiff holding a severed arm.
And a little baby Elder.
Like down on the ground. in
Yeah,
front of her,
yeah.
a
Actually,
few
yeah. I
feet
guess
away.
you would see the top of her head, and you hear
You know,
It has babies.
you know what we should do? Find out where that arm came from.
Yeah, that's why I'm holding the arm. Because I'm looking at the brand. It has a brand.
Perhaps
What's the
it came
brand
from
for
the grave robbers.
What if it's the arm of the?
You can
of
make a
of the
history
family
check.
Grave robbers?
Ooh.
Yes, this isn't over.
Look at this little token. Little token.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 9. That's
Okay.
cool. So, oh my god, I want it. Oh my god, I want it. That's a
He
10
made
total.
a token.
10. Yeah, I have no idea.
He made a token.
What
of a
color is
baby
Starlight?
elder
I want it.
just
What
for
color?
you.
Right
Because
now?
he knew that you would totally
Fucking
want it.
love it.
This is Jesse
If anyone else
bait.
doesn't love it,
This
they're
is Jesse
crazy.
bait. Don't take the
Starlight
bait.
keeps slitting between
She
purple
can't.
and
I
green,
mean, that's why we saved the
but
parent.
mostly purple.
Now she can't take it.
I won't take it because we saved the parent.
Exactly.
But now I wish the parent died.
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't need an owlbear. Anyway.
Name it Fluffy.
Yes. This, unfortunately, is not the end.
We're gonna have
Alistair
to
will
come
not
back here.
be able to sleep to
Yeah.
rest.
Because someone dug up the graves of this family and stole them.
Wait, like the Bones kid?
Yes.
Very interesting.
Oh shit.
Are you standing up now or anything?
Yeah.
And addressing his family, they all died from the Red Death.
Interesting.
Right.
A
Yeah, I knew that.
heavy weight is found on your foot, and it is sitting on your foot.
They may have been.
Yes.
With my natural 20 on owlbears,
Yes.
do I know that since it had a baby, this mother bear is about to die soon? Because don't they eat them?
Yeah, that is a common behavior found in a lot of owlbears, is that they will eat their young.
No, the young eat the mothers.
No, the mothers will eat the young when they get to a certain age. If
Well, I
they-
know the
if they
young
don't
also
leave.
eat the mothers, but
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're awful, but
I didn't know if like the mothers had a baby and then they died once the owlbear was old enough or something.
no, not typically, but the age of this owlbear is like adolescent. So you rolled a natural 20, which is amazing. So now you know everything about owlbears.
I guess Cinder actually really likes owlbears, so
Yeah, it makes sense. This creature has about another month before it gets full size. It's small right now.
is it the age where it's going to get eaten by the mom?
It's pretty close to that age, yeah. So, and you also know that owlbears imprint on pretty much anything that it can perceive to be its mommy.
Is it imprinted on Bela?
Make an insight check.
Since she fed it.
Can I?
I'm gonna feed it right now.
17.
17.
I'm gonna feed it.
I mean, yeah, it's sitting on her foot. And you think it probably already has imprinted on this other caretaker that fed it. You suspect that this mama owlbear probably hasn't fed it in a while, and so probably deprinted or
20.
You'll have to take... Oh. If you want it to live, you'll likely have to take it with you.
Oh, God damn it.
The mother will eat it soon.
I make it up.
And it's...
oh you I don't
fed
think
it.
you could.
I try.
You fed it.
Yeah.
Probably weighs more than you.
I
For-
knew it was gonna eat the poison arm.
For its size, it's about 70 pounds.
Yeah,
Oh
it's almost-
Jesus. Okay, I can't pick it up.
It
I
will-
try. I'm like,
It will follow you.
okay. I pet it. I do like some groomy like. Oh, you're just a cured. And I give it some more
Likely won't
jerky.
live long in that horrible town.
Yeah, it eats the jerky. It bites your hand a few times. It draws blood a couple of times.
Yep.
Its beak is razor sharp, and I mean literally in the sense of a razor.
So we can just find it a new home, right? I don't want it to die. But I'm also, I mean,
Right.
ooh, maybe it could just live on the farm.
No, it has
Gray would
imprinted
probably
on
be
you.
fine with that.
It considers you its mother.
Okay.
Its real mother. It has about a month before she'll probably eat it.
And I like hold its ears.
It's too old now. I mean, she just kind of like, nature.
So, okay.
Strangely, I know a lot about owlbears.
Yeah, that's wild. I will be asking you many questions. Okay, well, is there anything else?
The country called Hiyori?
The language of the people are called Hiyori.
Can I just refer to all of it as Hiyori? Like, would that be like a common thing?
I mean, no, but you can.
Yeah.
Rhyme Miles is a long word.
Be racist.
Yeah.
I just assumed they had a name for it rather than the Rhyme Wilds.
Well, I mean, maybe in Hiyori they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called Hiyori.
I don't speak Hiyori.
Yeah, in Hiyori they call it Hiyori.
Hyorlin?
Hiyori.
Is there any other
Jordan.
evidence of these people who were staying here making drugs?
You can make an investigation check,
Did you
which is intelligence.
Did you mention anything about there being a mark on the hand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you recognize the mark?
I tried to remember and I couldn't.
Everybody can roll insight checks except for you have already. So
Insight.
yeah.
Can I roll anything on the arm?
That's a natural one.
It's very unlikely that you would, but if you roll a natural 20 on a history check,
You say perception?
I rolled an insight.
yeah, an insight against.
I rolled an 11, and I don't think
I rolled a
that
natural one.
Cinder would notice,
I don't remember doing that.
I guess.
Yeah, you got like a
She
20
seems
or
jittery.
something like that.
Oh, okay.
You got a what, Brian?
I had a natural one.
Oh, okay.
I had an 11.
Okay.
And I rolled a 16 on the history.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
Okay. We should probably leave soon.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
already
probably-
know that she's being
Weird.
house us.
I want to make sure to just pop my head in at least the other rooms.
It's hooting at you.
She does. She just when it hooves, she stops and she like.
Yeah, it starts kind of clawing its way up your leg, and when it's standing, it's about hip height, and it's really clawing into you.
Okay.
It's probably hungry.
It nips your hand. It draws blood. You take a point of damage.
God damn it.
I
I
wonder if now would be a good time to tell her that they often eat their mothers.
like I push it down and I start the process of trying to teach it how to sit and like training.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the other rooms.
Yeah,
Because she's thoroughly distracted by
I'm thoroughly
Albert.
distracted. Is that an animal handling or?
Yes, it is.
And if I stay here longer, she'll have me keep talking, and I don't want to.
The second floor is completely collapsed and caved in. Behind a partitioned set of curtains, you see a more kind of formal dining area slash kitchen. There's nothing in here except for garbage and debris.
Okay. I just want to make sure they weren't like making the drugs in here or something.
Yeah.
No, you don't find any evidence of that.
Is there a lower floor?
A basement?
Yeah, there is a cellar. And you go and check it out.
Yeah, I'll go with him to check it out.
Yeah, you open up the cellar doors and you find a simple 10 by 10 foot earthen cellar. It's just dirt walls reinforced with timber, and there's nothing down there at all.
Oh, I'll leave that open. That would make a much better nest for her.
Oh, that's true. I roll a 14.
A 14? Okay. Okay. I mean, it seems to for lack of a better word, just kind of like you. It doesn't really get it. It doesn't really get what you're trying to do.
Okay.
But it does definitely respond to food and like you hooing at it, or it likes to be touched. And you would know that its sex is a girl. It's a female.
Ooh!
Which
Oh,
are
yeah.
more aggressive and territorial.
I probably don't say anything until honestly that like she doesn't unless she asks about things.
Yeah.
But I'm probably waiting to like but on the way back to the town, she'd probably give you more information and stuff because I imagine you'd be pestering with all sorts of questions.
Oh, yeah.
about it. So
Well, so we gotta figure, like, if she wants to be, like, carried,
I don't
that's
think
not gonna work.
you can
I
carry.
can't. She's too heavy.
She can walk.
But as far as owlbear is concerned, you know all about owlbears. This baby seems to be particularly like calm.
Weird.
Normally they're a lot more aggressive or like
It's a demented owlbear.
I don't know. Its temperament its temperament seems to be that more of a calmer, quieter.
Don't Albert parents usually stick together or no?
There should be a mate somewhere,
Yeah, so you have to worry about how to mate coming back.
which we should probably get out of.
And they follow the scent of the baby.
I think at this point it's close enough to being an adult where it would have left soon. If it hadn't, the parents would have eaten it.
Within like the next 30 days. Yeah.
So
It grows exponentially.
It will grow rapidly.
Yeah. So within the next 30 days, it will be a full
Grown owlbear.
young adult owlbear.
I imagine
That's
we're kind of
fine.
talking as we're walking now.
Yeah.
So you guys
I
headed back to Diamond.
Yeah, and as we're leaving, Umbi was going to cast a healing spell on the. Once we're a good distance.
The baby owlbear is following you. Yeah, it's trudging along. Yeah. It doesn't even really give the mama owlbear a second glance as it leaves. It just kind of like stops and looks and then keeps following you, like
Good
almost
body.
like a baby duckling. Like wherever you step, it's kind of walking. So. Yeah. Occasionally, it will stand up on two legs, and then kind of like pounce down on like a rock, which even at this size, you kind of feel the boom. Like it's
Yeah,
quite
so I have to
large.
get 60 feet away, and then I'll cast healing word on the Albert.
Okay. So from 60 feet away, you see the owlbear. Its breath normalizes.
Yay, I
And-
for 7.
You see kind of lumber and stand up basically, and kind of like woozily kind of like look around, trying to stand up on its legs, but still kind of weak, and it kind of barrels back down. And a few moments passes, and it goes back inside.
Is it trained?
Mama.
Yep, and I
Bye,
keep going.
Felicia.
The baby goes back inside.
No,
Nope.
No, the baby came with us.
The baby's with us.
that was Mama. I healed the mama. When you
The
were
mama owlie bear. Owie bear. Owlbear, that's the other pop Funko figure I don't have. I don't know if they make an owlbear like that.
Oh, a Funko owlbear would be
It'd
amazing.
be adorable.
That's my Steam handle, is owlbear. Jerbear the owlbear. Anyway,
There's a reason there's an owlbear in every single one of your campaigns.
is there?
There really is.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize.
We've always met an owlbear.
That's funny. Okay.
They're a classic critter of D&D.
Of course.
The Waffle Co. had a pet owlbear
They sure. Oh, that was tragic.
named Waffles.
That's where I got the name Waffles.
It's after the owlbear.
Alright.
See, so it can be done.
It can. I wish I could. Yeah, she would let you know, so you'd slowly pry information from her.
So that's what it looks like.
Oh my god, they do have one, Jarek, look at it! Look at it! Show him! Show him!
Oh, I need it.
It's
I
okay.
need it. That's so cute. Oh, I
I
love
want from
owlbears.
Earth.
Oh my god. Yeah, bitches have a birthday.
Mm-hmm. I saw.
Never a dragon.
Ooh, that's cute.
There we go.
I want a different color dragon.
Huh?
I want a red one. I want a black. Yeah, but as we're walking, you would probably slowly pry out information about owlbears that she would let you know.
The name is Cynthia.
That is female. That they tend to be more aggressive, but that yours seems unusually docile.
That's good. Right?
I just wonder
What do you name it?
I don't know yet, but I was thinking Cynthia.
if it's possible that that those drug dealers were keeping them.
Keeping. I mean, based on our experience, I don't know how.
So
You
Coben
have to just feed it.
finally speaks up, being the quiet one that he is, and he says that he does sort of recognize the symbol. He saw it on an orc just before you guys left town in the front of the feral dog. That white orc.
That's right.
He had that same symbol tattooed on his forehead. Good job.
Wow.
Well, we should go talk to that white orc.
So, where are you guys headed?
Back to the end was our plan. So-
Which in the one where you guys, Lazar's house?
Are you going to keep the owl bear?
I mean, I could go
You
home.
know that nobody will let that owlbear in their establishment.
I can be persuasive.
Enough to let.
I can always go home. My family will let me stay there. With the owlbear. I think. Maybe.
How far away do you live?
About an hour, maybe 2 at most outside of town. Say 2 hours outside of town. And
Wasn't
you're
it 2
going
hours to the Cairn?
It was 2 hours to the cairn. It was 15
Yeah,
minutes
well,
from.
I'm talking about like your whole estate because you own like acres and acres
Yeah.
of land. So
Like an hour outside of town, I think is what
yeah,
we
we'll say hours.
had said.
Yeah, because I think you'd said you were like half an hour from the land residence.
Yeah, you were neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're going to take care of it?
It's in principle.
I can do it?
So it needs to eat at least 3 pounds of meat a day, and each pound of meat is gonna round you around 5 copper.
Not bad.
So 5
not bad.
jots. So 15 jots.
One of that set of arms, one breastplate, 6 per month.
There you go. So 15.
Are we back in town?
We're headed. Well, we
Yeah,
were
you're-
about to,
you're-
and then we were
you're-
discussing.
you're on your way. Yeah.
Okay.
Albert's not going to let her stay.
How long will it take the armored person to fix that?
4 hours.
Okay.
I mean, they won't let me. They'll let me bring them into town, though, right? What if I get them service vest?
Wow.
Well, there's not really much of a central government, so good luck.
Want to. So as we're walking
So, I
back
should,
to
like-
town,
Mr. Imprinted on me. People avoid me. Or I get what I want.
you know, the most famous blade singer is actually not Aravan Sylvanas, it's Vincent Varganen, but
Vincent Vargan, who's that?
Who?
Other guy I know, I don't know who that is.
Wow.
What are we talking about?
I just found some of my notes and I was like, yeah. I was going to ask, as we're headed back, on a different topic other
Oh,
than
the
that
bald
there.
blade singer. That guy. Yes. That had his hair fall off.
His beautiful, lovely hair. I'm trying to find my notes from. Oh, I think they're in a different book, maybe.
That's strange.
Shoot,
I didn't
no!
know we were under a bridge.
Oh wait.
Troll! Pay the toll!
What's the name of the stupid guy? I wrote it down specifically so I could ask you about this. And I wrote it in my other book.
This is gonna be problematic.
You think?
Well, then we can kill it.
Jarek, it's in my
Sure
other book,
can.
but
Get rid of the
what was the
problem.
name of the elf I met?
Oh, yes.
And there was one that wanted to meet me.
Yes, the one he said if you're
okay,
interested, you should go and meet Moon Meadow.
I lost my pencil.
If Envy did
I mean,
kill the baby
realistically, I only
elevator,
have
You
to
didn't
keep
get
it
that
in
elf's
Jarek
name.
for
Actually,
about a month
you didn't exchange names.
until it's
But
No.
but he did
naturally
mention
wanna
Moon
find
Meadow.
its
Moon
own.
Meadow. No, I asked
Huh?
his name, didn't I? No, I didn't ask his name. I purposely didn't ask his name. I can't find my pencil.
Well, God damn it!
Look at that.
Did you look inside?
It's not in there. See, the book shuts all the way.
Did you even have a pencil?
I did. I had a red one that Jessie gave me.
I
There.
gave it to you.
How much have you smoked?
She threw it at me. You gave it to me last meeting.
Because when I'm like that, I look for a blue cord.
Okay, sorry. Moon Meadow.
Moon Meadow. Yep.
Moon Meadow. So, as we're exchanging this information,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, did you want to ask something more about the album?
I just wanted to know, theoretically, if I'm understanding this correctly, this owlbear is almost adult.
Yep.
Young adult, yeah.
And when it is adult, they normally will go and find their own territory.
Angela
Normally.
can answer that question. Yeah.
Normally, but this one is oddly tame. I don't know what it will do when raised by a human. The only ones I have dealt with have been.
Am I doing
Wild.
this owlbear a disservice by keeping it?
That's the owlbear's choice. If it doesn't want to stay, I suppose it'll leave.
Yeah, they're about as intelligent as dogs. So
The ones I've dealt with have all been in the wild. They're not uncommon in the Rhine wilds. But they are like bears.
I just don't imagine that, you
What's a
know.
bear?
a platypus bear. This place is weird.
Killing me.
Like, just.
The bear. Shut up. Jeez, maybe dynamite just fake. Now my lungs are filled with pneumonia. But, what? Good job.
No, okay. So I guess she's just kind of trying to mull that over and not making very good choices. And okay.
As you're getting information from her about
Yep.
owlbears,
Yep.
she would ask you, have you've been in Diamond Lake your lifetime? Do you know of an elf named Moon Meadow?
You sure do.
I sure do.
Moon Meadow has been around since the town of Diamond Lake was Diamond Lake. He has been here for at least a couple of centuries. And he is probably, if not the first, one of the first. Well, you can make a history about this part. So go ahead and make a history with disadvantage.
Wah, wah, wah.
This is never gonna get old. 11?
11? Okay. Yeah, you're not sure if he is the oldest mine manager in town, but he is certainly one of the first. You do know, because it's such a common thing, that a dwarf named Dowerstone was actually the first settler here.
Dowerstone, and he's still alive.
Yep. Ragnolin Dowerstone, he owns the Dowerstone mines. But Moon Meadow has been here, yeah. He's basically almost kind of like the town statue. Like everybody in all their generations, he's just always been
He's
here.
the first elf I ever met. He was one of the first mine managers that came down after Dowerstone founded the mines.
He does not associate with the humans. He keeps a small entourage of his own elves in his own estate.
Yeah, he's kind of stuck up, but I have met him technically once. He told me to get out of the way.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I was like 6.
Yeah, so when we get back to town, I want to let you guys know I'm going to run to the armory real quick, drop this off.
Okay.
And he's a What type of elf? He said he was what type of elf he was.
Because
He was commenting, another blah 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 elf.
Oh no, he just mentioned that you were another elf. But
Okay.
the elf that you met was a Keith on Orion. So.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I think I assumed that he was.
And Moon Meadow, you can kind of gather probably Keith on. For those of you who don't know that are listening, that is a sort of high elf, Eladrin-esque. And not a complete parallel, but... okay, so you're making your way. You would want to go to a place that you know, that you've probably been to in your travels in town, and be as Osgood's Smithy. Did you just send that to me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you told me the one, but not the other. So that I could write it down.
So he's likely to know this area quite well.
Oh, sure, yeah. Absolutely.
So for this next bit, it kind of involves Kobe, and so we're probably gonna have to stop until next week and call it an early meeting. There's just it wouldn't work this particular bit.
Well, I'm not planning on confronting the work person.
Okay.
If that's what you're talking about.
Nope. That's part of it, but
How much would it cost to fix Mount Emery?
Well, also, like, are we returning to the town, or are you going back to your
Yeah, I mean, if
farm?
if we want, we could just go back to my farm
okay. Yeah.
and spend the night there, and then go the rest of the way into town once I figure out what to do with Cindy.
Cindy? Okay.
Yeah, we found her by the fireplace, so she's like Cinderella, yo.
Cindy.
Mhm.
Alright. Cindy the
Cindy
elder.
and Cinder.
Cindy.
Alright.
I don't think you'd like it if I called you Cindy. So,
So
ooh, could I call you Cindy? I'll name the bear something else.
You can call the bear Ember.
Ember the owlbear. No, I like it.
so I'm not prepared for that.
Oh, okay.
And I would like to be prepared for that.
Goldilocks?
Oh, these are human fairy tales.
Oh yeah.
So what I will do is in this next week I will prepare that and what I have here, but also just in case he misses next week again, I will prepare something else. I wasn't expecting him to not be here. Yeah, I know, but I have
I
to
just
go.
not thought, like-
I'm out of prep. So
I just not thought, like, what if... No, he will. I'll make him.
what?
The armor person, if he doesn't want to talk to me.
Yeah, that we'll handle that next week. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to get in order. So there's a lot of information and another thing, my program is bugging out really bad. I'm not getting like my tax and my info, and it's just not great. But
Okay.
next week I will be prepared to go in any direction that you desire.
What meeting number is this?
Yeah, that also brings up the issue of when are we meeting next weekend?
Oh, alright, we can handle that.